are able to knock down a three. So that's what makes it crazy about trying to guard this team.
Celtics did lose the same game, like the first road game of the new calendar year in Oklahoma City this year. This was a different kind of game. They were down by 18 early in the fourth quarter, actually cut it to 2 before losing by 4 in that game at OKC. This is the last chance the Celtics will have to avenge a loss. It's the 11th and final time. They are 8-2 in the first 10, including that win in Charlotte on Monday night. So let's pose it this way. Not the team we're going to see tonight without Jalen Williams, who's been amazing, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the top 5 players in the league, and certainly going to get one of the first-team All-NBA spots. Without the two of them, if you bring those two back, everyone's looking past the Thunder and the Timberwolves because they haven't been there before, and assuming that Denver's just going to walk through the Western Conference playoffs, and we're still talking about the Lakers and Warriors. I don't know why, but we are. Are the Thunder a legitimate contender to get to the finals?
No.
Why not?
I just think they're too young right now. I don't think it's their time to be there. They have some still growing to do, but this is their opportunity, and the way they play, I think, could be a good one.
Celtics have had a good record. There's no way they don't have a good record against good teams, against bad teams, at home and on the road, all of the above. Now a different kind of matchup. Now Oklahoma City is also on the second night of a back-to-back as they played in Philadelphia last night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams didn't play in that game either last night. So the player to bank on, Max's player to bank on, brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank this spring. You can bank on CSB for your home project with the new home equity line of credit at a 5.99 APR for the first 6 months. Get details at clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Well, I think if I'm looking at the player right now and what he's able to do, I just want to celebrate again Derek White. Derek White has been sensational this year. He's had a great year. And the way he plays the game, controlling the initial point of attack, makes his team really tough.
And he's your hero after that money ball the other night. That's given new meaning to the term money ball.
It's called IRS is looking for him right now.
$500,000 in a bonus with his 185th three, which came in the first quarter on Monday night. He has now tied Antoine Walker for 10th most in single-season Celtics history. And obviously, Boston has 7 more games remaining, including tonight. Still to come on Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight, our conversation with Joe Mazzulla about managing these final 2 weeks as we go through it, and we'll have some fun with his latest Eastern Conference Player Coach of the Month award, which he received yesterday. He and Ime Udoka, by the way, the Coaches of the Month in the NBA, which, I guess that means Executive of the Month has pretty much been decided.
Yeah, Brad has kind of sealed that thing, good man. God. The way he's done and the way this team has played. All
right, we'll take our trip around the NBA. Tom Thibodeau went off after the game about Jalen Brunson not getting calls. Of course, nobody's getting calls these days. Some great games in the NBA last night as things starting to formulate here. We'll talk about the Eastern Conference playoff race as well. But when we return, Joe Murray has Sports Hub headlines, and he will be the one that has to tell us whether Bayo's going to start game 1 of the ALCS, or do you start with Whitlock and come back with Bayo? All these questions the Red Sox have to answer off this torrid start out west. It's all leading to the Celtics and the Thunder. Another game of the night in the NBA on the 98.5 The Sports Hub at MGM Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music.
Like most of us, Keith Urban also has a bucket list. You may be surprised to learn what is and is not on his. Text Keith to 45911 to read and learn more about the central theme of Keith's bucket list. Get a link to the story sent right to your phone when you text Keith to 45911. Go inside country music at BackstageCountry.com.
Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Red Sox sweep the Oakland A's after their 1-0 shutout win today. Nick Pivetta got the win. Pitched 5 innings. Kenley Jansen, his second save of the season. The Sox off until Friday night when they travel to L.A. and take on the Angels. Some NFL news today. The Buffalo Bills have traded Stephon Diggs to the Houston Texans. In return, it's a second-round pick in 2025. And the Bruins off their shutout win last night. They continue their road trip in Carolina tomorrow night. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Innocent Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-thru oil change at Valvoline Innocent Oil Change. Now open in Raynham, Reading, and Braintree. I'm Joe Murray. Randy and Max take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
Escape the lows of New England winters with a home equity line of credit from Clinton Savings Bank. Perfect for home improvements, tuition, debt consolidation, and dream vacations. Talk to us today about an introductory annual percentage rate of just 5.99% on our home equity line of credit for the first 6 months. Clinton Savings Bank. Go beyond banking. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. Some restrictions apply. Offer may be withdrawn at any time. NMLS number 422081. Member FDIC, DIF, and an equal housing lender.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
At UMass Memorial Health, you can be a
nurse, mental health clinician,
medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician,
family chef,
t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position, with great pay and excellent benefits like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires, sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price, offers more free services for life than anywhere else, and Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
And there it is, the final buzzer. The Sixers beat the Thunder 109-105.
We're going to obviously going back to the fans, and that's one reason why I always play even when I'm not at my best is because I've been in this city for a long time, and the love and the passion. I've always been passionate, but when you have fans like that behind you that are also passionate, it just makes you, want to play through anything because that's feeling.
Sixers said they needed to get Joel Embiid back on the court as we go into the final 10, 12 days of the season, and they did last night. He was efficient when he was on there. The Sixers came from behind to beat the Thunder in the final couple of minutes with Embiid on the floor. He didn't look in great shape, but obviously that's going to take some time. I don't know, they have what they have to get him ramped up for, which is the parlance that people use these days. I think if you're another team in the Eastern Conference fearing the Sixers, you fear them less after watching them last night, unless knowing that there's very little runway for him to get back up to where he was.
No, I mean, that's going to be the major thing, trying to get back on that runway and getting back to playing speed and getting back in shape. I mean, you play one game. It takes games, not one practice, but games to really get yourself in shape. And I just don't know if he has that much time to do it.
All right, more concern around the Eastern Conference was the Milwaukee loss in Washington. Granted, they didn't have Damian Lillard, but you can't lose to the Wizards here when you're trying to get, again, ramped up for the playoffs. 117-113 is the final. Jordan Poole, career high 13 assists in that game. Giannis had a 35-point triple-double. The Bucks now 1-6 without Damian Lillard, but the Bucks coach is a little more concerned about the approach they're taking to road games.
It's funny, I've actually been sitting back and watching everything. Not just our players, but our travel crew, everything. And I've made a lot of notes. I will say that. I won't share that. But we don't bring the necessary professionalism, seriousness on the road. And that's something that we can fix. That's something we're going to have to fix.
Now, what strikes me about a comment like that from Doc Rivers is who I just said there's very little time for Joel Embiid to get ready for the playoffs. Doc Rivers is talking like a coach who wishes he had 40 or 50 games left and not 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, he probably does. He says he's taking notes. You taking notes when? Now? Last 2 weeks? I mean, that is Cedric Maxwell before an exam, going in with 1 minute thinking he can study, and all of a sudden, boom, magically put his head on the book and going, hey, I'm in. I'm ready to go. No, it doesn't happen like that.
Because the Bucks, they've got 7 games left, and they've been sitting in second most of the year, but it's not like they're locked into second. Cleveland's a game and a half back. Orlando and New York are 3 games back. I mean, they're probably going to be second, but here's the big concern. Celtic fans are either very confident, as they should be, or panicked about having to play Miami or a healthy Joel Embiid in the first round of the playoffs. What if Joel Embiid is healthy? And what if instead of coming to Boston, Joel Embiid and the Sixers are playing Milwaukee in round 1? Could easily happen.
Well, it would be an interesting thing to see how Doc Rivers, a former coach, really lobbies with what happens with that team now.
All right, Jerry West, by the way, elected to the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame for a 3rd time. This time as a contributor. Do you need to go 3 times to get into the Hall? I mean, it seems like
give somebody else an opportunity.
That's kind of my feeling. Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson are the players of the month. We already told you Ime Udoka and Joe Mazzulla are the coaches of the month in the NBA. Tom Thibodeau, we're not going to play the sound because he just said the same thing over and over again. He is finally being vocal about Jalen Brunson not getting foul calls. And my thing is, I watch the Knicks a lot, and he's right. On the other hand, nobody's getting calls in the second half of the year the way the officials are blowing the whistle, or not.
Yeah, I mean, the game has changed, and you have to adapt to the whistles of the coaches.
All right, Domantas Sabonis last night, another triple-double or a 22-point, 20-rebound game. We're going to see Sabonis on Friday night. Kings play at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night, and then they will be in Boston for the back-to-back on Friday. Cleveland got a win in Utah. We're going to talk about the Utah GM, Justin Zanuck, one of the great stories going on right now in the NBA. But what was so jarring to watch last night was Victor Wembanyama blocking Nikola Jokic 4 times on his way to a 9-block game. And I was as big a skeptic as anybody about the idea of Wemby being the defensive player of the year. He's winning me over here late in the season.
Well, it might be a little too late right now to get that, but wow.
Yeah, it was pretty jarring to see. Denver did win that game. Right now, you have a virtual tie between Denver, Minnesota, and OKC atop the Western Conference, which is why games like this are so important for the Thunder, who will play again without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, a legitimate candidate for most improved player in the league. That's your trip around the NBA. We've got the Celtics and the Thunder coming up from the Garden. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. So whether you're playing a game at home, yes, cool, or attending one live, you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile at cox.com/internet. Other restrictions apply. Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we're changing the way homeowners think about roofing, siding, and window projects. It doesn't have to be stressful or take weeks of your time. Our process is efficient and stress-free every step of the way. It starts with a free consultation where we discover the best options for your home and budget together. We want to talk with you, not at you. And most of all, we want to listen. At Marshall, we know every roofing, siding, and window project is unique, so we work hard to never lose sight of your vision. It's your project, your terms. Why settle for less?
David Pasternak plays here.
High slot now, McAvoy far side. Pasternak shoots, looking for the tip. It comes back to him, fires, he scores! He's got another! Marchand, high slot, looks back door, swings it across, popping out Pasternak, shoots, he scores! Marchand's got it right circle, Bergeron to Pasternak, shoots, he scores!
This is the home of the Bees. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. You also added Cox Mobile so you can save on your Cox Internet. So smart. Cox postpaid internet required. Prices exclude taxes, device activation, and other fees and charges, which are subject to change. Other terms and conditions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Like most of us, Keith Urban also has a bucket list. You may be surprised to learn what is and is not on his. Text Keith to 45911 to read and learn more about the central theme of Keith's bucket list. Get a link to the story sent right to your phone when you text Keith to 45911. Go inside country music at BackstageCountry.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
The Shaw's and Star Market Coaches interview with Joe Mazzulla, brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market. Download the Shaw's and Star Market deals and delivery apps today. Save on groceries and gas. Go shopping, get rewards. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Boston Celtics radio network. Here's Grandy with the coach.
All right, Joe Murray, thank you. Max and I just finished talking about the road trip. Good road trip, really good. Things that weren't bad. Do you segment it at all that way and look at the road trip as its own thing?
I think you look at the last... Because of the situation that we're in, yes, you're like, okay, because it was our last 6 games. So, you try to look at it in 5-game, 10-game increments. But because of where we're at now and that was a 6-game trip, you can look at it as like its own little thing. And, I think heading into that, because we had 2 of them this March, right? We had 2, a 5-game, 10-day trip and a 12-day trip. So the month of March was really a test of, it was a mental test for us, and I thought we handled it, really, really well.
It begs the question to me, what is a segment of the season? Or I'm always looking for things that have changed, things that have evolved. Does the information overload that is at your fingertips, not only after games, but in real time, after a quarter and half, does that render segments of the season, if not meaningless, much different from the way we used to look at them?
You have an example?
Where you could look at one half of basketball when you get back to the locker room and know exactly how you defended certain shots or whatever, versus looking and stepping back and saying, let's take this 5-game segment that just happened, and how are we playing now versus how are we playing in this quarter, this half? Does information being available force you to look at the season and how you break it down differently?
It definitely changes the way I look at it in the middle of the game, right? Like you can go back to the New Orleans game and the Charlotte game, and being able to process some of that stuff real time. Okay, why did they get off to such a hard start? Well, certain guys that the game plan went exactly how we wanted it to go. The guys we wanted it to shoot, they made it. Okay, so, how are we going to adjust to that? And the Charlotte game, I thought they hit some really, really tough mid-range twos. And it's like, okay, if those are shots that, that we're going to be giving up for the entire night, what do we need to adjust to? So I think it's constantly asking yourself, checking the process towards it, and really, to use your word, resulting. You can't allow resulting to get in the way of what you're trying to accomplish, because if you only look at resulting, you may change something that will work over the course of a 10-game stretch or over the course of the entire season. And so I think that's it, is like it's constantly checking the process of it.
Is the eye test a thing of the past? Does it force you to, do you have to be more disciplined in what you're seeing if the numbers are telling you something different? You have to be the actual numbers or the expected numbers? Either one. You have to be more disciplined to the why and the process, because I think the game is so hard. The guys, the teams are so good that if you adjust at the wrong time or if you make the wrong adjustment, it's going to cost you, and then it's going to be hard to get it back. And so I think you have to be very disciplined in your why and in your process as to why you do what you do and what you're willing to give up and what you're willing to take away. And you got to be extremely disciplined, but yet flexible, because there are going to be times where you have to go to something different. I made a note of this quote. I want to read it to you and see if it kind of rings a bell with you. I don't want to be in a situation where we're adjusting to a thing we've never done before in the highest stakes environment. We like to know what that looks like, so we'd like to be aggressive and proactive because the playoffs are coming. Mark Daigneault said that last night before the game in Philadelphia, and it struck me as something that really might ring true to you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to, and I think, Scout just asked, what's your plan these next games or what's different? And the biggest thing is we have to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
We have to keep an open mind. We have to go into a game of saying, okay, this is what we do, this is who we are, yet at any point in time the circumstances may change, and we have to go to this because it makes the most sense in real time. And that could look a lot of different ways. It could look at lineup distribution. It could look at sub-patterns. It could be the type of plays that we're going to. It could be the defensive coverage. What you don't want to do is get into a situation of I thought it was great in the New Orleans game where Derek, Jason, and Jalen were out, and we played the Derek, Peyton, Sam, Al, KP lineup. We hadn't played that much the entire time. There's been games where we finished double big, where we finished small. Peyton has finished half. Sam has started. We have to be open-minded to being able to go to those things because they'll win segments of the game. And we don't want to be so stringent on this is what we do and this is who we are.
There are so many things to talk about with the Thunder because they've been so much fun to watch. I'm choosing this one only because you don't hear it much. Their defense overall, but particularly at the rim, is not what you'd expect for a team that people look at and say, oh, they're small and they don't rebound and they're small. Well, if they're so small, quote unquote, why are they so difficult to score on in close?
Well, one, I think it's their ball pressure and what they force you to do. They're number one in turnover percentage. Yep. So they're constantly hawking the ball and they're constantly have active hands. And so what they do is their multiple effort closeouts are great. And so if you think you're open on the first one, and if you start passing up what you might think is an open shot to drive it into the paint, they're going to force you into gray area situations. And they do a great job of forcing 2-3 drive attacks and having active hands at the rim and active hands on pass outs. And so our spacing's got to be great. Our decision making's got to be great. And when we're open, we have to shoot it. And if not, we have to drive the ball with poise and ready to kick out, ready to score.
Spoken like a man at the absolute tip-top of his profession, as you are once again this month. Congratulations from all of us for becoming Coach of the Month again. When you look back at the ways you screwed up in the previous month, did you know I need to correct those? Like, what was it that you said, this is the month I'm going to be a good coach?
Hey, I tell you what, the one thing you can't ever lose is a sense of humor and taking yourself too seriously. You can't do that. But, again, I think it's more about the environment of you don't get it if the players don't win, and you don't get it if you don't have a staff that you can trust. And you've been around our players. They compete at the highest level, and you've been around our staff, and they work their asses off. And I think it's just the environment we're trying to create is it's okay to say you're really good, but you're only really good because of the people you have around you. And I think you have to have both of those things. You got to know you're good, but you got to know it's only because you're in the right environment, and we have that environment.
Perfect way to end it. Celtics and Thunder, it's next. But, seriously, congratulations. Great work this month.
Thank you.
And this month only. Celtics and the Thunder, it's next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub, Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. You also added Cox Mobile so you can save on your Cox Internet. So smart. Cox postpaid internet required. Prices exclude taxes, device activation, and other fees and charges, which are subject to change. Other terms and conditions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
The games play here.
Here's Nieto. He'll scramble in. Feed to the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Nieto a shot. And that tip denied by Omar, who scrambled left to right. Jones with a reset, leans forward, takes the snap from Andrews, drops back, stands in, throws it, back shoulder, Myers catches the 45 near side, tackled by Sherman. Boy, they're going to work against the former All-Pro.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. It's going to be a busy year for country superstar Jason Aldean. He's extended his Highway Desperado tour and is teaming up with Kid Rock for Rock the Country tour dates. We've ranked our top 5 Jason Aldean music videos. Text Jason to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Jason to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
The last time the Celtics paid a visit to the Queen City, they inexplicably let a big fourth-quarter lead get away in an overtime loss. Monday night in the rematch, no way their wallet was getting stolen twice.
Miller.
Tatum lines up. Brandon Miller starts his drive, blows right by him in for the two-hand slam as Miller was just standing still.
Miller time.
School is in session.
Old school commercial. It's Miller time.
Another step in the dream season. Now the Celtics come home. It's been 14 years since the Boston Celtics finished with the NBA's best record. That streak can end tonight as they take on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and the OKC Thunder next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Clinton Savings Bank, Catcher's Law, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and by Hub International New England.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the world championship.
By Town Fair Tire, Cambridge Savings Bank, Shaw's and Star Market, Bosch Tools, and by Ticketmaster.
The Boston Celtics have won the world championship for the 15th time.
Also brought to you by Jack's Abbey Brewing, Wendy's, The Commuter Rail, UMass Lowell, your New England Honda dealers, East Coast Metal Roofing, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is Banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Granty and Cedric Maxwell.
Right back at TD Garden after the long road trip, where tonight the Celtics return home and they can make history in the process by clinching the best record in the NBA and home court throughout the playoffs. The starting lineups, as always, brought to you by Cambridge Savings Bank. Put CSB into your small business's starting lineup to move your business forward. Creative solutions and quick decisions. Visit CambridgeSavings.com/small business to start your relationship today. Changes for OKC. Second night of a back-to-back. Again, no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, no Jalen Williams. So Josh Giddey and Cason Wallace, the rookie, will get his 11th career start with Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, a much smaller lineup around the inevitable runner-up in Rookie of the Year voting, Chet Holmgren. The Celtics tonight, they'll get the band back together. They'll sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA.
Jaylen Brown, California Berkeley. Jason Tatum, Duke University. Kristaps Porzingis, Baloncesto Sevilla.
So, as the Celtics sit on the verge of history, Max, we have to put aside that notion of who's going to start Game 1 of the ALCS for the Red Sox, at least for a couple of hours, while the Celtics try to make history. And to lap the field the way they have, to have a chance here with 7 games left, knowing they only need to win 1 to get the best record, not in the division, not in the conference, but in the entire NBA, it's a night worth celebrating.
Well, it is, and they play well enough to put themselves in that position. And even with that, Joe Mazzulla getting some praise for Coach of the Month. I like all these things that's happening for this team.
The opening tip presented by Gulf Oil. It all starts here. Gulf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Back home after playing 12 of the last 15 and the last 6 on the road. The Thunder playing the second night of the back-to-back after losing last night in Philadelphia. Celtics back in the home white. Green letters and numbers. They'll go left to right in the first half. OKC in the road. Orange uniforms with blue letters and white numbers. Opening tip between Kristaps Porzingis and Holmgren. Tapped in the air. Dort tries to chase it, but just kicks it out of bounds. And the Celtics will go on offense first.
Well, just really, it's about getting the game and playing the game at such a high level. That's what I want to see.
Jason Tatum, will he get to 2,000 points? That's one of the questions over the final 7 games of the year. He has it straight away here against Chet Holmgren. Tatum, jab step, now drives, stumbles towards the basket, zips it to the left corner where Jaylen Brown is waiting, but his 3 rims out, offensive rebound, Porzingis. This is the problem for the Thunder. They're too small, and on the pass back out by Porzingis, he's fouled on a reach-in. Could be Dort, could be Holmgren.
Well, this is one of the problems when you think about being small like that. You get a guy like Porzingis able to go to the glass on you.
The Thunder are elite in virtually every category except rebounding. Porzingis, hand to Jaylen Brown. He's looking to make some history tonight. 40 points away from 10,000. Porzingis against the much, much smaller Wiggins. Spins on him, rises into the contact, and the 10-footer is good. Clean look every time.
Man, he likes that contact. And he absorbs that contact and still smooth able to get it off.
How will it work against Bam Adebayo? How will it work against Joel Embiid? That's the question. Dort, shovel pass, Holmgren lines up a left wing three, comes up short. Long rebound, Holmgren gets there. Celtics just let it bounce. Holmgren puts it to the floor, drives on Porzingis, goes off the window and in.
Holmgren is a rail.
In any other year, with that not a generational talent to compete against, he'd be the rookie of the year. Derek White, deep on the left side, going to move it to Porzingis. Top of the circle. This time, Casey Wallace trying to hold his ground. Porzingis dribbles around him, then kick to the wing where Derek White is waiting. Three comes up short, and Holmgren has the rebound. Holmgren will dribble it up across half court. Move to his right, Derek White slides his feet in front of him. Holmgren gets to the mid-block, into the paint, hangs in the air. His flip shot blocked. Derek White got a piece of that. That's a block. White on Holmgren. And a lead for Tatum up the left side. Tatum spins against Wiggins, back to his left, jumps towards the rim, lays it up, no good, gets a tap of the rebound, and it falls in.
Well, and that's what happens when you're going towards the rim. You're able to get a second chance opportunity.
Which the Celtics have had two already in the first 2 minutes. They lead 4-2. Wiggins playing for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a shovel pass for the trailer. Giddey came into the play, but he fumbled it out of bounds. Giddey had another big game at Madison Square Garden on this trip. This young man loves that building. Holiday wearing a long sleeve on that right shoulder. Hand to Tatum, who steps to his right. Long two is no good. Holmgren snatches the rebound. Here is Josh Giddey. Had a big game shooting the ball against the Celtics in January. Finds Holmgren, who steps into a three. It's flat, no good. And the rebound for Jaylen Brown. It's 4-2 Boston here at minute number 3. Jaylen deep on the left side. Puts it to the floor, spins on Wiggins, kick back out. Porzingis wants it. Straight away three. Switch.
About what a bailout that is. Able to kick that ball to a 7-footer, able to knock down that jump shot cleanly.
Porzingis on the road trip became the 7th Celtic to hit 100 threes. Al Horford became the 8th on Monday night. Holmgren. Kick out, and Wiggins took his eye off it, thinking about what he was going to do next, and just dropped it out of bounds. 7-2 is the early Boston lead. Celtics have lost their last two to the Thunder, both on the road. This franchise has the 3rd best record against the Celtics in history. Entry to Porzingis, deflected away and stolen. Jaylen turns it over. Giddey driving, finds Wallace coming from the backside, and he will slam it home.
I like my man right now. Physical presence over here. Lou Dort.
So we'll let you ponder that. There's two franchises with a better record. Tatum steps to his left. His three is no good. That was a little bit of a force. And the rebound for Wiggins. 7-4 Boston by 3. Which two franchises have a better record against the Celtics all time? Giddey drives baseline, switches to the left hand and lays it in.
And let him get all the way. Nobody was there.
7-6. Boston by 1. 3.5 minutes in. Derek White hounded by Wallace, deep on the wing. Right-handed dribble. Now he's picked up by Holmgren. That puts Porzingis on Wallace, so that's where the ball goes. Kick out. White straightaway three. No, wide right. Missed it badly in the rebound for Lou Dort. Thunder can regain the lead here. Dort up the left side of the floor. Tatum peels away from him, gives Dort an open three. It's no good. And the rebound, Holiday ends up controlling it. Thunder have missed their first three from distance. He's the top 2 3-point shooting teams in the league. Tatum dribbles around Giddey. Finger roll with the right hand is good.
That kid is so strong now. That upper body of his takes that contact and just floats away from you.
Tatum and Porzingis have all 9 Boston points and a 3-point lead here as we enter minute number 5. Right-hand dribble coming strong, turning, Wiggins fading, swish from the elbow.
Right, great defense then applied to him by Holiday, but just a better offensive movement as he stepped away and got the jump shot off.
Such a young team. Wiggins, one of the older players at 25 on this team.
God, that's amazing.
Jaylen Brown enters to Holiday deep in the paint, but he throws out to the corner. It's swung from Tatum to Porzingis for a wing three. It's good.
It's crazy. Layup opportunity. I don't want no layup. I don't want no stinking layup. Give me a three.
The math says the three, and the Celtics lead by 4. Porzingis has 8 already. Giddey driving strong right side, runs it off the window and in over Jaylen Brown. Celtics giving up a high percentage from the floor, but the difference is they haven't been giving up threes. OKC 5 of 6 inside the arc, 0 for 3 outside. Jaylen Brown left-hand dribble coming strong in the paint. His finger roll is up and good.
They just knock you away, man. Just strip the edge of his upper body, same way as Tatum.
14-10. Boston by 4. Wiggins stop and start, drives on Holiday, slows him down. That allows Porzingis to get there, forces the kick out. Wallace up fakes the 3, drives in on Tatum and goes off the window and in. He ducked under the shoulder. Gives Wiggins the bucket.
It was an odd-looking shot.
It was. Reaching in was Wiggins to punch the ball away out of bounds. That brings us to our first timeout. 6:24 to go. Opening quarter of the Garden. Boston 14, OKC 12. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to age 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Like most fans of country music, we're excited to learn that Luke Combs was back in the studio working on his next album. We've come up with our list of iconic Luke Combs music videos. Yes, Lovin' On You made the cut. Text Luke to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Luke to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
The games play here.
Here's Vienno. He'll scramble in, feed to the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Vienno a shot, and that tip denied by Omar, who scrambled left to right. Jones with a reset. Leans forward, takes the snap from Andrews. Drops back, stands in, throws it back shoulder. Myers catches the 45 near side. Tackled by Sherman. Boy, they're going to work against the former All-Pro.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 2, 14-12, midway through the first quarter. Here at the Garden, Catches Law, New England's injury attorney since 1986. They've won over $2 billion for their clients when you're injured and can't work. Turn to Catches Law, no fee unless you win. Go to catcheslaw.com to schedule your free consultation today for the second straight year. Celtics will play OKC without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We didn't really get to talk about the other Jalen Williams. There's 2 Jalen Williams. That's one of the great confusing things in the NBA. It's fine for a telecast. If you're doing the telecast, it was no problem. On a radio broadcast, when there's 2 guys named Jalen Williams on the floor at the same time, it could be a little bit difficult. But Jalen Williams, the second-year man who was an all-rookie candidate last year out of Santa Clara, has become, I mean, he's almost, there's a Jaylen Brown component to his game. He's become one of the better young players in the league. A big game, saved them at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks the other night. And to me, he's they're just real trouble. They had a chance to win 60, or to win 57, 58 games. You don't do that without being a legitimate title contender.
Well, I'll tell you what they've done to me is that they took that route where they just said, all of a sudden, we're going to sacrifice everything. Grabbed a unbelievably good player in Shai and built around him, but continued to have all these draft picks. I mean, they had Al Horford for a minute and got a draft pick, get another draft pick.
Back to the regular rotation. Tatum and Hauser out. Tatum and Holiday out. Hauser and Horford in for the Celtics, who have it here up by 2 midway through the first. Porzingis free throw line against Josh Giddey. They'll take the jumper anyway. Oh, there's a lot of contact there. No call. And the Jalen Williams, who is playing, grabs the rebound. Attacking. Giddey goes after Hauser, runs it off the glass. No good. Again, the Hauser hunt comes up short. And there comes Derek White the other way. Derek White against Kenrich Williams, former TCU Horned Frog, moves to Jaylen Brown. Right side 3 is no good. Long rebound. Belongs to OKC and Isaiah Joe. Analytics have loved this player. And the NBA leaders in net rating. Giddey turns the corner, drives, and this time got the step in on Derek White and scores off the glass. And the Thunder now 7 of 9 inside the three-point line. They've tied the game at 14. Jaylen Brown on the wing, push pass for Derek White, goes left side, Hauser catches, squares, fires, and hits. This kid is unbelievable.
Boy, shooting it like that, and they're looking for him coming off a pick. Misdirection. You look one way, they're going back to the other side on the left-hand side. Drained it.
Talked about the money ball for Derek White the other night. That young man's going to get paid. Giddey goes cross-court. Up faking, attacking Jalen Williams, gets to the rim. Porzingis got there late, and after he thought he was fouled a couple of times, they called a foul on Porzingis, who's getting a little cranky here early on. It's hard to wipe the smile off his face, but certainly done that. Celtics not going to challenge here, and Jalen Williams will get free throws.
Fans want to.
Yeah, fans see the replay. By the way, earlier I mentioned that the Thunder / Supersonics, third best record against the Celtics. Second on that list is Milwaukee. Only one franchise in the NBA has a winning record against the Boston Celtics. You want to take a stab at that?
No.
And let me tell you, as long as the 7'5" kid they got stays down there, they probably will continue to have a winning record.
Wow.
Williams, good free throw shooter, gets them both. 17-16, Boston by 1. Celtics turn it over in the backcourt. And they're going to get an open three for Kenrich Williams. He misses it, and the rebound for Jaylen Brown. And Celtics barely hang on to the lead. Jaylen, right-hand dribble, coming strong. Jump pass into the corner, throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers by the Celtics. Isaiah Joe saw it coming, stepped in the passing lane. His lead on the right side for Wallace. His three is no good. Offensive rebound, back tap to Giddey. His three is good. And the Thunder have the lead.
Oh, they're doing putting pressure in the backcourt on the Celtics right now. You don't see a lot of that.
Forced 3 Boston turnovers, a couple of offensive rebounds now. Giddey's up to 9, Thunder by 2. Al Horford, or Peyton Pritchard straight away. He moves to Hauser. Now the entry, Jaylen Brown wants it against Isaiah Joe. Double team comes from Giddey. Bad kick out, but Hauser saves it. Back to Jaylen on the corner. Wow. Left-hand dribble. Turning, jumping backwards, high arcing jumper, rims out. Rebound, Al Horford and Jalen Williams. They got to call something here.
They're saying kick the ball. But Al Horford is saying he actually grabbed me going down as I'm trying to go get the rebound.
The battle was between Jalen Williams and Al Horford. Jalen Williams ended up on the ground as they tied each other up. Ball was kicked in that scramble because it hit Jalen Williams while he was on the floor, so the Celtics will get it back. Choppy first quarter here. Celtics 7 of 16, Thunder 8 of 15. OKC, a half game behind Denver and Minnesota. Minnesota has that tiebreaker atop the Western Conference. Peyton Pritchard, left-hand dribble, gets to the free throw line, dribbling low in traffic, and the pump fake, moves it down low to Horford, who scores off the window.
Al Horford keeps the ball and shoots it almost on the palm of his hands.
Game tied at 19. Jalen Williams, they run away from him, so he's open for 3. No good, back iron, long rebound. Jalen gets there first, deflects it out of bounds, so it's to go back to the Thunder.
The thing that the Thunder are doing, lively with their legs around the glass. You better put a body on these guys.
They have been horrific rebounding the ball all year on both ends of the floor. Ooh, we just saw the replay. I think they got that call wrong. That went out of bounds off OKC, but the Thunder will get it. Jalen Williams, hounded by Horford, who whips it across court to Kenrich Williams, who drives, spins it off the glass, no good. Rebound Al Horford. Good defense from Jaylen Brown. Derek White lead for Jalen. He is on the move, steps through Jalen Williams, scoops it up with the left hand, no good. Celtics can't buy one here early, particularly at the rim. They're down to 8 of 18. They are 5 of 10 inside the three-point line. Thunder 7 of 10. Kenrich Williams on the dotted line, blocked from behind by Jaylen Brown, but Giddey pounces on the loose ball. Whips it across court. Attacking is Wallace. He runs into Hauser and draws the foul.
They're going to give him a shot here, or should that be on the side? Didn't look like he was shooting the basketball.
He's getting the free throws.
Whoa, let me see this. Let me see shoot.
We'll go to the line. We'll take 10 seconds. Station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Replacing Jaylen Brown.
Jason Wallace had a really good rookie year, particularly shooting a three. Well over 40% all year long. The Celtics and Thunder are 1-2 in three-point shooting. They're 1-2 in scoring differential. They are 1-2 in shot blocks. 2-3 in defensive field goal percentage. Tail of the tape, but this one is crazy. Free throw is good for Wallace. 21-19 OKC. Tatum. Little shuttle pass for Pritchard as Tatum returns to the game. Now Hauser back for Pritchard straight away. Drive, switches to the left hand, attacking Kenneth Williams. Stops down low. Pump fake. Step through, draws some contact. They got to call that, and they do.
Wow, great footwork then by Pritchard on the inside to get his man up in the air. Finally gets a couple of free throws.
Celtics ball when we return. 2:53 to go. Opening quarter. OKC 21, Boston 19 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. You also added Cox Mobile so you can save on your Cox Internet. So smart. Cox postpaid internet required. Prices exclude taxes, device activation, and other fees and charges, which are subject to change. Other terms and conditions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we care about your home because we care about the life you live in it. Why do we do what we do? It's simple. The people. We've raised the standard for what you can expect during a roofing, siding, and window project because you deserve more. More communication, more options, more time spent on the important things in life instead of worrying about home maintenance. So when it comes to your next roofing, siding, or window project, expect more, get more with Marshall. Call today or visit marshallbr.com to schedule your free estimate.
The games play here.
Here's Nieto. He'll scramble in, feed to the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Nieto a shot, and that tip denied by Omar, who scrambled left to right. Jones with a reset, leans forward, takes the snap from Andrews, drops back, stands in, throws it, back shoulder Myers, catches the 45 near side, tackled by Sherman. Boy, they're going to work against the former All-Pro.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. It's going to be a busy year for country superstar Jason Aldean. He's extended his Highway Desperado tour and is teaming up with Kid Rock for Rock the Country tour dates. We've ranked our top 5 Jason Aldean music videos. Text Jason to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Jason to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Celtics trail by 2, 21-19 with 2:53 to go. In quarter number 1, we are completely focused here and not at all paying attention to that Ranger Devil brawl that's going on in New York. Celtics basketball brought to you by East Coast Metal Roofing, official roofing partner of the Boston Celtics. Visit East Coast Metal Roofing, your lifetime roofing solution.
I don't understand that again. Say this on the air. How in the world can that be a fight like that at a hockey? And then all of a sudden, nobody says anything, but that happened in the NBA game. Sean, they would be right now calling a congressional conference talking about what happened.
Well, I'm sure there will be some conversation in the NHL offices tomorrow about all the fights and the game misconduct. I'm looking at it right now in the first 2 seconds of the game. I'm seeing 8 game misconducts. As Peyton Pritchard goes to the free throw line and gets the first one.
Yeah, but you understand that it's not going to start the evening news. If that happened with the NBA game, it will start the evening news. And everybody says, oh, well, it's the culture of the game. Well, do they do that in junior hockey? Do they do that in Pee Wee hockey?
They do. They don't do it in Pee Wee hockey as much as my son would enjoy it. They do it in junior hockey, by the way. They do fight in major junior hockey. You can't fight in college hockey.
Oh, can't fight in college.
Tied at 21. By the way, as Gordon Hayward makes an appearance. Saw a lot of the guys that the Thunder traded to Charlotte the other night. That was all for Gordon Hayward here. Lou Dort shut off at the elbow for Kenrich Williams. Kicks into the corner. Hayward up fakes the long two. Makes a great move around Holiday to get himself an open shot. The only problem is it was 3 seconds after the shot clock expired.
I got a chance to talk to Hayward about Charlotte, and he was raving about it. He said, even when I get through playing, I'm probably going to move back to Charlotte.
This is the 5th time, if you're wondering, Gordon Hayward has played against the Celtics since he left. Right before the start of the pandemic season, the 2021 season. Tatum, pull-up three, short. Offensive rebound, no Al Horford. Tatum up, fakes the three, steps to his left, gets a clean look this time, and knocks it down. That's his first of the night. The second one is going to move him to a unique spot on the Celtics all-time list. 24-21, Celtics by 3.
Wow.
Catching Jalen Williams, kick out Dort, right side three is no good. Tatum deflects the rebound to Al Horford. That was a good use of deflecting the ball instead of just grabbing it, because he had a man right on him. Holiday for Horford, moved into the corner where Sam Hauser, the shooter, instead of being waiting in the corner like Horford thought he was going to be to shoot, he was trying to push Gordon Hayward away instead of screen.
It was actually, I wanted to set a pick for, I wanted to say it was Pritchard coming off.
Thunder with the ball down by 3. That Hayward injury changed everything. Bounce pass into the corner. Lou Dort missed the 3, and Tatum with another one of those snatch rebounds. His second to go along with 7 points. Drew Holiday, offensive end. Finds Pritchard in the corner. Here's the lob entry to Al Horford, who scores off the window. That's great recognition by Peyton Pritchard.
Great recognition, and also great seal then by Al Horford to give him a chance to pass that basketball.
7-0 run for the Celtics group on the floor here. They lead by 5. Kenrich Williams drives right side, reverses it up. No chance on that. Good defense from Tatum. Hauser deflects the rebound to Tatum. Celtics on a roll now. Final minute, first quarter, leading by 5. Drew Holiday switches to the right hand. Going to step back into a 3. No good. Long rebound. Peyton Pritchard going to get there first. Another offensive rebound. He turns the corner. Pump fake, draws some contact. They don't call it, but he's able to move with the Horford, who flips it up and in.
Oh, he got fouled. He said
he did get fouled.
Another offensive rebound for Pritchard. The machine.
If Tom Thibodeau was here, he says Pritchard gets fouled. Pritchard gets fouled. Pritchard gets fouled. Dort knocks Pritchard away and then throws it back to Isaiah Joe. His 3 is no good. Thunder can't make a 3. Pritchard, long lead. Holiday in stride, reverses it up and in with the left hand. What a run here. 11 straight. Celtics throwing haymakers here in the final minute of the first.
Man, this defense is incredible right now.
Boston by 9. Trying to wrap up the #1 seed in the league. Dort drives, goes off the glass, no good, but runs himself, rams himself into Drew Holiday to pick up the foul.
Dort is a very physical player, and he went right back into the little alleyway as he was trying to go lay it up. He went right back in the Holiday's position and picked up that foul.
So Dort will shoot free throws, and then the Celtics can hold for the final shot here as Dort gets the first one. Montreal native. Arizona State. Again, in his 5th year, even though he's only 24 years old. You just look around, and that is the SGA contingency for MVP is pointing to how young this team is.
Yeah. Well,
and that's legit.
Let's look at the guy who's playing at North Carolina State. How old is he? 24.
Yeah.
Playing against freshmen.
The Thunder have also been very healthy this year. Holiday lobs it ahead of Pritchard. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Boston by 7. Pritchard puts it to the floor with the left hand, drives on Hayward, gets him pretty deep, spins, kick out of the wing. Hauser watches the man sail by, takes the 3, no good, back iron. That's how the first quarter will come to an end. The Celtics go just 4 of 12 from 3, but the Thunder missed 9 of 10 from distance, and the late run by the unit on the floor for the Celtics. Quarterback by Peyton Pritchard builds the lead. End of 1 at the Garden. Celtics in search of win number 60. Lead the Thunder 30-23 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
How powerful is Cox Internet? Powerful enough to let your band members in Vegas, Phoenix, and Rhode Island jam like you're all in the same garage. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Download speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial connection. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 7 as we go to quarter number 2. At the Garden, Celtics trying to split the season series with the Thunder, who trying to join Denver as the only team to sweep Boston this year. The Hornets still could get the season series, as Charlotte will be here next Friday night. Steve Clifford announcing today he will step down as coach of the Hornets at the end of the year and step into the front office down in Charlotte, that's a great move for the Hornets to be able to keep that brain in the organization. As I said the other night, there's 29 other teams. If they just let Steve Clifford go at the end of the year, there's 29 other teams that would want him on their side.
Steve is an amazing guy. I mean, his luck or lack of luck going to Charlotte again in that situation is really tough.
Spent some years up here as an assistant coach at Boston University about 30 years ago. Celtic fans can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum back on the floor to begin the second quarter here with Porzingis, Holiday, Horford, and Pritchard. Pritchard is kind of like this team itself in that the regular season has been amazing, but there's still going to be doubters until they see it in the playoffs. Hayward dribbles to his left, straightaway three is no good, and Porzingis deflects the rebound to Tatum. OKC, the number 1 three-point shooting team in the NBA. Celtics are number 2. Thunder just 1 of 11 to start the game. No SGA, no Jalen Williams tonight. Tatum backs it up against Holmgren. Starts his drive, goes under the shoulder, gets in deep, forces it up. He got fouled, and Tatum will go to the line.
As I recall in that one, now Chet Holmgren got him at that time or not, went under his wing, got hit on the arm.
The Thunder, 4th best offense in the league, 2nd in field goal percentage, 1st in three-point shooting, 8 of 23 and 1 of 10 from 3 as Tatum gets the first free throw. Remember, they played last night in Philadelphia. Not unlike you today, probably had an unpleasant flight.
Yeah, it was
through the wind and the horrific weather here in New England.
Maybe they got there was a day. I mean, I came back and they told us, like, you better go to the bathroom now or hold it. Oh,
great move. Isaiah Joe turns Horford around, but Horford eventually recovers and forces a bad pass. Horford stayed with that defensively after Isaiah Joe turned him around, and the Celtics get the ball back and a chance to take a double-digit lead. Horford baseline extended against Wiggins. Pump fake. Wiggins slaps down the ball, knocks it away, and Dort, great hustle play to keep him from going out of bounds. Good job by Wiggins and Dort to get that back. Dort switches to the right hand, blows by Pritchard, hangs in the air, and then throws it right to Tatum. Tatum diagonal lead for Drew Holiday up the left side. Holiday dribbles behind his back, and he turns it over. Back-to-back-to-back turnovers here. Hayward, long lead for Holmgren. Holmgren goes in past Porzingis and runs it up and in. Crazy sequence. That might have been 4 turnovers in a row. 32-25, Celtics by 7, early second quarter. Drew Holiday throws the right shoulder into Waters, who gets the early entry here with OKC shorthanded. Kick to the far corner. Peyton Pritchard's 3 rims out, and the rebound belongs to Gordon Hayward. Hayward look bigger to you? Bigger body. Lead for Holmgren. Holmgren spins on Horford, shovels it back to Waters, touches into the corner. Lou Dort misses the 3. Man, they can't buy one. Rebound Holiday. Thunder have to be happy only down 7 here, shooting as poorly as they are. Holiday goes the distance, picks up speed late, and lays it in with the left hand.
Holiday changed the pace dribble this time, froze the defender just slightly, and got to the hole.
Holiday's got 4. Celtics by 9, 34-25. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Holmgren handling it. Now a little scoop pass. Wiggins down to the left side, under the shoulder. Porzingis trying to float it up. Porzingis just spiked it into the ground and out of bounds.
Hands down by Porzingis. Tried to shoot it under his wing. Porzingis backhanded that basketball then.
Mark Daigneault has orchestrated the number 4 offense in the NBA to this point, but without SGA and Jalen Williams, they're just 9 of 26 to start. He'll grab the timeout. 2:09 into quarter number 2. Boston 34, OKC 25 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
When it comes to your home, we know there are plenty of reasons to protect what's inside. Your family, your photographs, your peace of mind after a long day. At Marshall, we know that protection starts on the outside. We specialize in roofing, siding, and window installations, so we can be sure these critical pieces work well together for long-lasting beauty. Plus, with our easy payment options, investing in your home is more affordable than you may think. So when it comes to your home, protect what's inside with Marshall, your local roofing, siding, and window people.
1 in 8. That's how many people have worked at a McDonald's, who serve millions the best Big Mac and best birthday party they've ever had. Who haven't just seen kids graduate from a Happy Meal, but have gotten help graduating themselves. Because they know the skills learned here
Bienvenidos. Welcome to English Under the Arches.
can help you grow from here or keep growing here.
Hi, and welcome to
1 in
McDonald's.
8 start at McDonald's. And where you start stays with you.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
You have to understand, Larry Lucchino runs the Red Sox. Tom and I do not, on a day-to-day basis, have never run the Red Sox. We wouldn't need Larry, and Larry wouldn't be here if we ran the Red Sox.
John Henry talking about the guy who for 13 years essentially ran the Red Sox as president and CEO, overseeing 3 of the 4 World Series titles. We lost Larry Lucchino yesterday at the age of 78. So integral in Major League Baseball. It's hard to pick out one thing, but I think he's going to be remembered forever for the stadiums, Camden Yards in Baltimore, and the new ballparks, and it's going to be a new wave of Major League Baseball. Just if you'll forgive me 30 seconds here for just a story. The year I did the Red Sox, 2013, and we had kind of missed each other, and I'm getting on the bus in San Francisco, and we're doing a game that night. Flew across country. Imagine this, Max, flying from Boston to San Francisco to play a game that night. And I got a chance to have my first real extended conversation with him. Out of the timeout, quick under out of bounds from Hayward. Joe Black from behind by Porzingis. Celtics leading by 9, 34-25 here early in the second quarter. Tatum against Gordon Hayward. What could have been. Tatum backs him down to the mid-block. Thunder show double team. Tatum spins the other way, fades, misses badly, and Dort has the rebound of the weak side. Dort through the center court logo. Pulls up, steps through on Pritchard. Crazy scoop shot, hoping for a call, didn't get it. Shot is no good. Holiday the rebound. Thunder down to 32%. Holiday finds the open man in the corner. It's Al Horford. His 3 though rims out. Offensive rebound. Porzingis over everybody to throw it back down.
Watch your feet. Watch your toes.
10.6 rebounds for Porzingis. None bigger than that when Celtics have the double-digit lead, up by 11, 36-25. 9 minutes to go first half. Holmgren. 2 steps, maybe one more in the paint, but he misses the off-balance shot. The Thunder are not themselves. 3-on-2. Holiday bounce pass lead. Pritchard, left hand, misses the reverse layup. And the rebound for Hayward. Waters, long lead for Holmgren. Gonna bump into Porzingis. 2 pump fakes, goes back to his left, misses off the glass. Porzingis defending at the rim.
Wow.
And Holmgren now is 2 for 7.
Porzingis just closing that rim off.
Porzingis is coming down the stretch of the season like a thoroughbred. Holiday switches to the right hand. Holmgren jumps out at him. Here's the bounce entry. Porzingis has it. Steps into the paint. Hayward helps, so Porzingis just pulls up and banks it home over the smaller guys in front of him.
Like it was a little kid in front of swatting away a mosquito.
He's dominating right now. 12.6 rebounds, a couple of blocks. Celtics by 13. Step back jumper, no good off the fingertips of Wiggins, but an offensive rebound put back for Lou Dort. 38-27, Boston by 11. 8:02 to go in the first half. Drew Holiday lobs the entry, caught by Porzingis. He flips it up, feeling contact, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Kicks to the corner where Pritchard is open for 3.
Porzingis is out there huffing a little bit right now. Done some work, but he is huffing and puffing.
Mark Daigneault is using timeouts like he's winning them on Oprah's show.
Wow.
7:53 to go first half. Boston 41, OKC 27 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
How powerful is Cox Internet? Powerful enough to let your band members in Vegas, Phoenix, and Rhode Island jam like you're all in the same garage. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Download speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial connection. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
Swimsuit? Check. Sunscreen? Check. Phone charger? Check. Don't forget to pack the 5-Hour Energy. It fits great in a pocket or carry-on, and the alert feeling will help you arrive ready for anything. Now get 20% off when you use code 5HETRAVEL at 5hourenergy.com. Expires April 30th. One-time use only. Not valid with other discounts. Remember, visit 5hourenergy.com and use code 5HETRAVEL to save 20%.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 14 with 7:53 to go in the first half. Just finishing that story. It just affected me because Larry Lucchino was so welcoming. He was so excited as a Celtics fan that I was doing the games that year. And we talked about Baltimore and Camden Yards. And one of the really cool things nobody knows or thinks of with Larry Lucchino, my father and my mother went on one of their first dates and saw him play. They don't remember it because they were going to see Bill Bradley play at Princeton, but Larry Lucchino played with him on that team that won the Ivy League title at Princeton in the late 60s. More you know, right?
Information. Now, what we do know right now is that the big fella in the middle right now is dominating. Jam Holmgren's having a tough time scoring. He's rebounding, scoring the basketball, blocking some shots. He has been on point right now. Porzingis right now with 12.7 rebounds in this game early on.
Porzingis killed the Thunder in the game out there. 34 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. He's got 12, 7, and 1 block so far in the first half tonight. Boston by 14. Lou Dort turns the corner, attacks, flips, and scores. Derek White couldn't get around that screen fast enough. I give that to Wallace. It's 41-29. 7:27 to go in the first half. White, Porzingis, Hauser, Pritchard, Brown. for the Celtics. Cameron Williams, Isaiah Joe, Giddey, Wallace, and Holmgren for the Thunder. They enter to Jaylen Brown. He tried to flip it to the wing, got deflected out of bounds, flew onto the Boston bench. Caught by Sam Cassell. Sam got the ball.
Yeah.
Just like that other night.
Yeah. It was you tried to erase it from history. No.
Jaylen Brown driving under the shoulder. Holmgren goes in deep and scores with the right hand. How are you going to stop that?
Boy, just extended those arms, extended that body, and loaded towards the rim.
Holmgren, trail three, pulls up way off in the rebound. Giddey got a hand on it, but it comes down to Pritchard. He's on the move. Pritchard racing into the front court, turns back in the wing, shovel to Derek White, return to Pritchard. Switches to the left hand, go back to White. White, bodied by Giddey, hands to Porzingis. Porzingis spins, rises at the free throw line, jumper is no good, and Giddey has the rebound.
Okay, well, I am looking at Pritchard. Pritchard has another gear right now.
No doubt.
He is flying.
Wallace, hand to Holmgren. Holmgren slowed down by Derek White, pushes back out to Wallace's three, comes up short. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Thunder 1 of 13 from distance. Pritchard throws back to Derek White. He's been quiet tonight over the shoulder. Pritchard up fakes the three on Giddey. Lobs the entry to Porzingis against Cameron Williams. Rises, flips, scores. Too easy.
Find the mismatch. Find the mismatch. Great job.
It's that Shannon Sharp thing. Somebody get the National Guard out here because Porzingis is killing the Thunder right now. Holmgren drives 2 steps. Yeah, he got away with the travel, but he gets the ball back here. And returns it all the way out to Isaiah Joe. 16-point Boston lead. Isaiah Joe got Sam Hauser in the rocking chair and steps back and finally hits a three here.
Yeah, great defense. It's a better shot than by Isaiah Joe. We've seen him before get on the run, man.
Giddey hit the first one for the Thunder midway through the first, and Isaiah Joe hits it midway through the second. They are now 2 of 14 from three. Pritchard, pretty good look, but Hauser's got a better one in the corner, but misses it. Rebound, Derek White tried to get it, couldn't. Cameron Williams pounces on it, and here comes Wallace into the front court. 13-point Boston lead. 5:25 to go in the first half. Giddey tries the left side. Finger roll is good. Sat on the rim for a second. They got some going with that pick and roll. Giddey's been able to get to the rim. Derek White, bounce pass from Jaylen Brown. Jaylen trapped in the corner, gets rid of it to Derek White. Porzingis swings it around to Pritchard. Left-hand dribble, switches to the right, spins around. Cameron Williams gets to the rim and scoops it up and in.
That guy's playing like he got gas in his brain. He's going so fast.
Confidence is just oozing from that kid right now. Entry to Holmgren, knocks over Jaylen Brown, no call either way. That allows Porzingis to get there and knock it away from Holmgren into the hands of Sam Hauser. Celtics 4 on 5 the other way. Pritchard attacking the paint, pump fake, kick to the corner. Hauser for Jaylen who joins the play. Up fakes the three, spins on Giddey, steps past Holmgren, over the shoulder. Porzingis three, got it.
You having some fun. Philadelphia with love. Whoa.
The best team in the NBA is putting on a show on a national stage tonight. Celtics by 16. 4:17 to go in the first half. Giddey bumps into Hauser, spins on him, and flips it up in. He got Hauser a little bit off balance and gave himself a clean look.
Giddey getting where he wants to go, though. Every time he gets the basketball, get towards the rim.
50-36. Boston by 14. 4:01 to go first half. Jaylen Brown dribbles off his own foot out of bounds. Looked like Cameron Williams might have reached in, deflected it. He did. Celtics will keep it with 15 to shoot.
Porzingis been a beast.
Porzingis is destroying Holmgren tonight. Now, granted, Holmgren, second night of a back-to-back, all of that. But on this particular night, and remember, Porzingis had 30 points in the game at OKC back in January. Halfway there tonight. Tatum, entry. Jaylen Brown turns, flips to the right hand. Awkward shot is up and good. He's up to 6. Closing out a little milestone of his own in Celtics history.
Another point, he gets $6 million.
No, not that kind. The kind you don't like. There's no money attached to it. Jaylen Williams flips it from 12 feet away over Horford. Up and in. We're 52-38. Boston by 14. 3:33 to go in the first half. Derek White turns the shoulder into Giddey. Tatum sets the screen. Derek White stops to the free throw line, pushes it back to Tatum. Isolated with Giddey, left side of the floor. 9 of the shot clock. Horford in the paint, causing a distraction. Kick out White, touches to Jaylen Brown, puts the shoulder down, drives, spins, forces it up, blocked, he gets his own rebound and flips it back up and in.
Everything. is coming right back to the Celtics. Every bounce, fortuitous bounce.
Chance favors the prepared mind. Isaiah Joe dribbles around Jalen, reverses it up and in. Horford claps his hands together. That sign that he felt he should have had it. 54-40. Boston by 14. 2:53 to go in the first half. Derek White, left-hand dribble, kick out. Jaylen Brown. Jalen behind the Horford screen, open for three. No good. Back iron. Rebound Horford. Back taps it, but Hauser couldn't get there. Isaiah Joe does, and he rises into contact, flips it up and in.
Wow.
Got Derek White off balance.
Now he beat two guys going back towards the hole.
Joe Mazzulla wants time out here after the Thunder cut it to 12.
Look at these moves, the way they're going right now. You can see that the Celtics are a little shaky right now for a minute. Get it back in gear, call a timeout, reset your plays.
Jaylen Brown 1 point away from tying Don Nelson, going into the top 15 on the Celtics all-time scoring list. And with this year that he has had, second team, third team, all-NBA type season, an all-star year. Hold on, Max. Let me know if you hear anything. That's everybody talking about that contract now.
Okay, I got you there. I saw what you did. I mean, I looked online today, and that's what somebody made mention. They said, Brown is hurt. Oh, all that money he got, and I'm hating on him. He needs to play. This is what goes on the internet. We hear information sometimes which is not reliable.
2:35 on the clock. 54-42 is the Boston lead as we head towards halftime. Joe Maury of all the scores for you coming up during the break. By the way, I was wrong. I know you never hear me say that.
Oh.
I said that the Caitlin Clark game the other night would draw 10 million viewers. I was wrong. It was 12.3 million. Highest audience in history, and that's on ESPN. That's on a cable station. For a women's game. Al Horford right down the middle. Nobody closed the gap. Giddey and Dort were looking at each other like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? I thought you had him. Horford right down the middle, and the Celtics lead by 14.
They were playing him to pass the basketball.
56-42. Entry, Giddey shovels to the corner. Jalen Williams time for that three. It's no good. He had the open three last night in Philly. Offensive rebound put back. Giddey is no good. Rebound off Jaylen Brown. Out of bounds. Thunder will get it. They ran a great play, and Jalen Williams had a great chance to get that game in Philadelphia last night, but he missed the three. As the Sixers, with the return of Joel Embiid, got that win. Sixers, percentage-wise, if you're into this thing, still the most likely opponent for the Celtics in the first round. Giddey under out of bounds. Dort met at the rim. Blocked by Horford as the ball goes out of bounds. Challenging this?
Yeah, and what happened was they're trusting in the fact. Let me see where Al blocked.
Oh yeah, that's going to be Boston ball. That went off Dort. Yeah. So the Celtics challenging the out-of-bounds call. It looks like they're going to win this one.
Oklahoma City basketball. Boston is challenging the ruling.
A rare flub by the mellifluous and extraordinarily accurate Zach Zarbo, like scores too. Blazers will be here Sunday. They're in Charlotte tonight. They had a game last week where they started all rookies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it just tells you how long would Chauncey be around with all rookies being picked like that.
The ruling on the floor has been overturned to Boston basketball. It's a successful challenge.
And what Joe Mazzulla was believing, he was actually looking then at Derek White. He wasn't looking at Al Horford, but he was looking at Derek White, and he said, do I call it? Do I call it? And Derek White said, yeah, make that call.
If you asked Al if he chopped down a cherry tree, he'd be like, no, it wasn't me.
Probably wasn't.
Wasn't me. I don't know what he's talking about. What cherry tree?
What? With an axe in his hand? And cherry juice on it? Yeah. What's this thing? I don't know.
Wasn't me. 56-42. Celtics by 14. Eddie Palladino says 2 minutes remaining in the half. Thanks, Eddie. Derek White, bounce pass for Jason Tatum, left side of the floor. Right-hand dribble, moving to his right. Pulling Isaiah Joe out with him. Shot clock at 9. Celtics spreading the floor here. Tatum, 2 dribbles, coming strong in the paint. Scoops it off the glass, and he gets the bounce.
How did he get all the way over there? But now you look out there, if you're the Boston Celtics, you got to attack the rim because you don't have any shot blockers for OKC.
Celtics have their largest lead, 58-42. Yeah, Holmgren out of the game here, just not effective. Has not picked up a foul. He just hasn't been able to do anything in the game against Porzingis. Jalen Williams throws it all the way back out to Giddey. Shot clock down to 4. Giddey, right-hand dribble coming strong, zips the entry. Jalen Williams misses, but he's fouled by Jaylen Brown. And we'll get some free throws, and he pounds the stanchion. Thought he should have made the shot.
2 guys coming over, reaching. You reach out to.
If you made a team in the NBA with just guys named Jalen, how many games would they win? Definitely be a playoff team, right? Jaylen Brown, Jalen Williams, the other one on OKC. Jalen Green, Jalen Brunson obviously has a legitimate chance to be first team All-NBA.
Jason Tatum?
Jalen. Just Jalen.
Oh, Jalen.
Jason's not eligible.
No, okay. I'm going with Jace. Sorry. My bad. What sounds like the other? Oh.
Jalen Williams. J-Dub and J-Will is how they separate them, but most improved player candidate Jalen Williams not playing tonight. Celtics back 14. Minute 8 to go in the first half. Jason Tatum enters to the free throw line. Derek White kick out. Holiday calmly steps to his left. This is the 3 off the back iron, and Giddey grabs the rebound. Giddey 5 boards to go along with 13 points. Lead pass for Dort. Pump fake, and he'll get some contact and foul on White. Dort took a tough tumble. That is a bull strong young man right there. He'll get some free throws.
What are we looking at now? The thing we talk about over and over again is margins or how quarters end. And OKC making a little run here.
With 4 free throws that they get here late in the half. Lakers up by 15 at Washington after LeBron continued his ownership of the city of Toronto, which is continued for over a decade. Dort gets the first free throw. LeBron is playing in the back-to-back. He's got 17, 6, and 6.
Just odd to see the Lakers being out here in the East this late in the season.
Remember, a few years ago, we were out in Los Angeles very late in the year in April. Dort gets the free throws, 4 straight here for the Thunder. They've cut it to 12 with 51 seconds to go in the first half. Derek White. Bounce pass for Jaylen Brown. Swings on the wing. Derek White up fakes, moves into the corner. Holiday 3, got it. The #1 corner 3-point shooter in the league. Knocks down another one, and the Celtics lead by 15. 61-46. Putting to the floor, driving. Derek White looked like he had another shot block, but they're calling a foul. Free throws coming here. It was Jalen Williams on that drive. Ooh.
Yeah, maybe on the arm.
Yeah, backside.
Yeah, that arm coming on the backside, going up with that basketball. Something's coming in the game.
Oklahoma City #7, Chet Holmgren back into the game for the Celtics. #8, Kristaps Porzingis back into the game, replacing #42, Al Horford.
Not only no foul trouble, the Thunder have only committed 3 fouls in the first half. Finally, a missed free throw. Celtics by 14 on the ball. Porzingis back in here for what figures to be the final possession for the Celtics as we go under 24 seconds. Derek White, who has not scored in the first half, gets it back on the wing. Returns to the Tatum straight away. Tatum lines up Holmgren. 5 of the shot clock. 12 on the game clock. Tatum steps to his left. 3 in the air. Short. And the rebound for Lou Dort. Giddey, quick outlet fielded by Holmgren. He eyes the rim, but Jaylen Brown comes to the backside. Takes the dunk away by slapping the ball away out of bounds. And now the Thunder will have to earn it with 3.5 to go on the clock.
Wow, had that ball on his hands. Didn't put it up. And Brown just comes over and knocks that basketball away as Holmgren goes towards the hole. What's been happening? They've been doing this little slide cut towards the rim here. Porzingis is right now looking for it.
They lob the under out of bounds and throw it away, and that's going to give it back to the Celtics with 3.2 to go. Oh, that's brutal. That's a terrible turnover.
White thinks this ball should be not all the way. It should be at half court, shouldn't it?
That's where it went out of bounds.
Yeah, but okay. Maybe I just don't know the game enough. I'm sorry. Where the ball
Is it
goes,
possible it got deflected by another member of the Thunder?
Where the ball goes out, no, nobody did that. They just threw it away. And wherever the ball lands out of bounds, that's where the ball should be taken out. But hey, what do I know?
Here's Jaylen Brown across half court. Jaylen, deep three. It's in the air. It's short, and that's how the first half will come to an end. But the Celtics build another double-digit lead, up by 14, halfway home in search of win number 60 and the best record in the NBA. Our score at the half, Boston 61, OKC 47. It's halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Mow the distance is back at your local Gravely dealer. Now through Monday, you can save up to 25% with special financing available on America's most rugged mowers, including the ZT-HD, the residential mower built to commercial standards. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
Hey guys, don't take my word that Blue Chew can get things going in the bedroom. Take hers. And hers. And hers.
Oh, yeah.
Go to BlueChew.com right now and meet online with a licensed medical provider. If you qualify, Blue Chew will give you a free month's supply of chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis for just $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and use the promo code YES for this amazing deal. Got it? Get it. BlueChew.com, promo code YES.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Kick to the corner, Hauser for Jaylen, who joins the play. Up fakes the three, spins on Giddey, steps past Holmgren, over the shoulder, Porzingis three, got it!
You having some fun. From Lafayette with love. Whoa.
The best team in the NBA is putting on a show on a national stage tonight. Celtics by 16.
Yes, Celtics up 16 at halftime right now, 61-47. I'm Joe Murray, and welcome home, Celtics, after their road trip. They see an Oklahoma City Thunder team, a very good team, but without their star tonight, SGA's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out. They're on the back-to-back, too. So I think most people expected a slow start in this one, but you heard the unicorn there. Kristaps Porzingis with a big first half. You know, I'll say this. I work a lot of these games. He has a lot of big first halves. You know, always makes an impact later on in the game. 15 minutes for Porzingis, 17 points, 9 rebounds. 17, 9, and 3 in the first half. For Porzingis, 7 of 10 shooting, 3 for 3 from downtown. He's a +8 in the first half. And well, Jaylen Brown was back tonight. He's been dealing with a hand injury. They kept him out the other night. Was questionable going into it, and right now has 8 points in 17 minutes, including this basket.
Jaylen Brown, left-hand dribble, coming strong in the paint. His finger roll is up and good.
They just knock you away, man. Just strip the edge of his upper body, same way as Tatum.
14-10. Boston by 4.
He's taken the most shots on the team in the first half, 4 of 11, 0 for 4 from downtown. He's got 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Does have the 3 turnovers, though, when it comes to Jaylen Brown. Derek White scoreless so far in this one. In 17 minutes, 0 points. Is helping out, though, 4 assists. And Drew Holiday, after a low-scoring night the other night, has 7 first-half points, 3 of 5 shooting, 1 for 3 from downtown. Does have 4 rebounds, 2 assists in 15 minutes. But, of course, Jason Tatum, he's been there every night for the most part. Brings it every night. He's a plus 18 in the first half in 17 minutes, 1 of 4 from downtown, 4 of 10 shooting, with 11 points, including this one.
Tatum up, fakes the 3, steps to his left, gets a clean look this time and knocks it down. That's his first of the night. The second one is going to move him to a unique spot on the Celtics all-time list.
So Tatum rising up the charts for the Boston Celtics. No turnovers, plus 18 as we mentioned, and the 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. As far as the bench goes, solid contributions from Al Horford. 8 points in 14 minutes, 4 of 6 from the field. Peyton Pritchard, 7 points as well. He's hit a 3, 2 for 5 from the field in 13 minutes. He also has 4 assists in this game. And Sam Hauser, 12 minutes, 3 points, 1 rebound, and 1 of 3 from downtown. This is the lineup you should see, and maybe the last time in the regular season. This was a game on national television against one of the top teams in the Western Conference. They have 52 wins this year. We're only 7 wins behind the Celtics, and having a big lead right now. Of course, they're without their best player and on a back-to-back, but it's great to see the Celtics respond. Now, the Celtics have to finish this thing off, and I think they will. The last time we'll see this grouping, I think they might go 8 strong. Tillman, Cornette, Brissett. The Celtics are deep, no matter how you look at it. They might have the best 1 through 8 in the NBA. And we'll see a lot of these guys playing the rest of the way, probably after tonight's, hopefully, win over the Oklahoma City Thunder. As for the Thunder, Chet Holmgren, 4 points. Andrew Wiggins has 4 points. Josh Giddey has 13. And they have 7 points off their bench from Jalen Williams. He played over at Arkansas with Jordan Walsh. So we'll get your Sports Hub headlines coming up in just a little bit. Celtics lead Oklahoma City 61-47. A win tonight for the Green. They get 60 wins on the season. Think about it. They were just 4-2 on their last road trip. So again, 61-47. Let's see how Kristaps Porzingis wraps up the game. Again, he's leading the way with 17 points. We'll see if Jaylen Brown wakes up a little bit here with only 8 points so far in the first half. We'll take a look at your Sports Hub headlines, and of course, we'll take a look at some other scores around the NBA as well. I'm Joe Murray. We'll have your Sports Hub headlines coming up next right here on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we're changing the way homeowners think about roofing, siding, and window projects. It doesn't have to be stressful or take weeks of your time. Our process is efficient and stress-free every step of the way. It starts with a free consultation where we discover the best options for your home and budget together. We want to talk with you, not at you, and most of all, we want to listen. At Marshall, we know every roofing, siding, and window project is unique, so we work hard to never lose sight of your vision. It's your project, your terms. Why settle for less?
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. You also added Cox Mobile so you can save on your Cox Internet. So smart. Cox postpaid internet required. Prices exclude taxes, device activation, and other fees and charges, which are subject to change. Other terms and conditions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. En McDonald's participantes.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
Gravely's Mow the Distance sales event is back. Now through Monday, you can save up to 25% with special financing available on America's most rugged mowers, including the Gravely ZT HD. It's the residential mower built to commercial standards with the power, durability, and high performance Gravely is known for. With a Gravely, you can count on more comfort, more speed, and more precision. But hurry, these special Mow the Distance savings are only available through Monday and only at your authorized Gravely dealer.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, your Town Fair Tire scoreboard. Scores from around the league brought to you by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Right now, the Hornets lead the Blazers 70. Well, now the Blazers went ahead, 71-70. Wizards trail the Lakers 97-84. Hawks all over the Pistons 65-53. That game's in the third quarter. At halftime, Pacers 62, Brooklyn 61. And the Bucks 39-35 over the Grizzlies. Minnesota with a 41-31 lead over the Raptors. Tie game between New Orleans and the Magic. And tonight it's the Suns and the Cavaliers. And Red Sox win today 1-0, sweeping Oakland. Stephon Diggs traded from Buffalo to the Houston Texans for a second-round pick. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Rainham, Reading, and Braintree. I'm Joe Murray. Second half is next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
The future belongs to the problem solvers, the innovators, the creative thinkers. For you, the possibilities are endless. Be whoever you want to be at an ECU Open Day. Joondalup, Sunday, April 14. Mount Lawley, Sunday, April 28. Search ECU Open Day.
Eyes feeling dry? Tired? Stressed? Get a boost of moisture with BioTrue Hydration Boost Eye Drops for comfort throughout the day. They're preservative-free, gentle, and made with naturally inspired ingredients. Stay BioTrue to your eyes.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Picking 5 of Carrie Underwood's best music videos was no easy task, but after some debate, we landed on 5 we believe rise to the top. Did Carrie's 2014 hit Something in the Water make our top 5? Find out when you text Carrie to 45911 and scroll through the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Carrie to 45911 to get your eyes on our favorite Carrie Underwood music videos.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Maaco, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Maaco to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Maaco.
At UMass Memorial Health, you can be a
nurse,
mental health clinician,
medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician,
family chef,
t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position, with great pay and excellent benefits like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
The Honda you want is here. Now's the perfect time to drive in the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Passport or Ridgeline and a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Pilot.
See dealer for financing details.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ! 42 for Paul Pierce! A 3-pointer for 98! KG is locked and loaded tonight. What a play by
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Barros with 10. Barros with 9. Dana with 8. Now with 7. Gives to Walker with 5. Antoine with 3. Antoine with a drive with a pull-up jumper. Banks it in at the buzzer. We've been here before, and Walker has done it again with a buzzer beater with the kiss, and the Celtics steal one from the Detroit Pistons, 101 to 100. Oh man, what a finish!
Howard David was very good at his job, by the way. That was April 3rd, 1990.
Yeah, he was so good I didn't even hear myself.
That's probably because when he gave you the Heisman, you respected it.
I can't get the Heisman when I'm on the floor, John. Sorry. Doesn't work like that. Can read your mind, but gee.
Antoine Walker, by the way, that was a game where wins were very rare for the Celtics, particularly in those days at the Palace of Auburn Hill. The Celtics were down by 18 in that game, and that in the days when it was much harder to come from behind like that. So many memorable moments. Think about Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker as the future cornerstones of the franchise, that they were the ones that gave hope. And now you're talking about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics have chosen wisely when it comes to those guys. And the game now, as much as Antoine and Paul were the cornerstones, the game was, then it was still an inside game, inside go out. Now the game has become completely a outside game.
Celtics by 14 as we begin the third quarter here. Thunder going left to right, wearing the orange jerseys. The drive by Wallace, ball punched away from him, out of bounds by Holiday. Celtics are led by as many as 16, up by 14 here, 61-47. Trying to record their 60th win of the year and clinch the best record in the NBA with 6 full games remaining, starting Friday night here against Sacramento. Kick out Holmgren. Rough first half for Holmgren. He drives on Porzingis, so the follow away from the free throw line is good, and maybe that'll be the one that gets Holmgren going.
He was working on that today. Before, at halftime, he was trying to get some shots up quickly.
Holmgren was 2 for 10 in the first half. Celtics by a dozen, 61-49. Derek White still has not scored in this game. Over the shoulder pass, Tatum, entry, Porzingis catches, steps through, misses off the glass. He wanted that to go, but he gets fouled. Porzingis is just doing what he wants to do.
Well, he's doing what he wants to do, but he also, Celtics are making a conscious effort of making sure that Holmgren gets involved in these switches, and then you have a mismatch on the post, and the Celtics have identified that over and over and over again, and picked on it like a little boy would pick on a scale.
First free throw from Porzingis is good. So just talking about Brown and Tatum, and Jason's sitting 13th right now on the Celtics all-time scoring list, and Jaylen Brown just entered the top 15. Tied Don Nelson, and he's always seemingly the accolades and everything come second for Jaylen Brown, but it's a great night to take a look at his body of work, as likely if he plays Friday night against Sacramento, that will be the night he goes over 10,000 points for his career. Free throw is good for Porzingis. 63-49. They enter to Holmgren. Porzingis waiting for him. Holmgren bumps him, steps under, and throws it down to the left hand. Nice move by Holmgren underneath.
That was a nice move. Got him up in the air, went under his shoulder then.
63-51. The entry to Jaylen knocked away. Good quick hands. Down low by Wallace, who has the steal. Thunder can get it back to 10 here. Early third. Giddey switches to the right hand, drives past Derek White, and he'll score easily off the window. Derek White has looked human tonight.
Giddey has made that same move over and over again, and nobody's been there to stop him.
15 and 5 for Josh Giddey. He is 7 of 9 at the big shooting game against the Celtics in January. 63-53, Boston by 10. Here's Derek White down the right side, feeling contact, runs it off the glass, no good, but finally can score for the first time of the game as he goes to the free throw line. He's only taken 2 shots in 18 minutes.
Well, he felt that contact now. Sometimes you're more there to set everybody up, and now when you have Brown back, you have Tatum Brown down back, your shots are probably going to be lessened, and the fact that Porzingis is in there anyway. I could tell you, as a player who was first got here, took all kind of shots, and they steadily went down. Every time you got another player, and you go from being the first option to the second option until, you know what, we just traded you. You're out of here.
Thunder only shot 37% in the first half. That would be their season low. But hell, Derek White Swishes both free throws, 65-53. He's on the board. Celtics by 12 early in the third quarter. Trying to split the season series with OKC. Here comes Holmgren again, turning, fading on Porzingis. No good, back iron. Jaylen Brown grabs his fourth rebound. Jaylen into the offensive end. Stop and start, exposes the ball, and Wallace just rips it away.
That left hand bothering him, man.
Apparently, that was a left-hand turnover. Here comes Giddey again, attacking. Fouled late by Porzingis, and Giddey will get free throws. Giddey's been very aggressive here.
Coming around that corner, shot blocker there, but went right to the body. Extended that arm just a little bit.
Giddey, the only Thunder in double figures here. He'll go to the line with 15, and the Thunder trailing by 12. 10-second station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston, this is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95, Sports Hub, the Beasley Media Group station.
Grady and Max sold out TD Garden. 19,000 plus on hand, trying to witness history. Celtics looking to clinch the best record in the NBA and win their 60th game tonight. Their lead is 10 early in the third quarter, 65-55. Tatum, high left-hand dribble, picks it up, throws into the corner. Jaylen Brown catches against Dort. Left-hand dribble drive, and coming from the backside to swat it away is Wallace again. Wallace into the front court. Lead for Wiggins. His three is online and good. And here come the Thunder. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Great start to the third quarter for the Thunder. Overall, spanning halftime, a 16-7 run, and the Boston lead was 16. Now it is 7, 9:37 to go. Third quarter at the Garden, Boston 65, OKC 58 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we're changing the way homeowners think about roofing, siding, and window projects. It doesn't have to be stressful or take weeks of your time. Our process is efficient and stress-free every step of the way. It starts with a free consultation where we discover the best options for your home and budget together. We want to talk with you, not at you, and most of all, we want to listen. At Marshall, we know every roofing, siding, and window project is unique, so we work hard to never lose sight of your vision. It's your project, your terms. Why settle for less?
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com.
Here come the Thunder. Boston lead was 16. Now it is 7, 65-58. Celtics with 9:37 to go in the third. Access keys to the game brought to you by your local New England Honda dealer. Adventure more, worry less with a certified pre-owned Honda and Honda back benefits. Learn more at NewEnglandHondaDealers.com.
Well, we said second chance opportunities, and one thing you suddenly see the Thunder do and turn the basketball over. Celtics have turned it over. Brown has turned it over in this particular quarter, I know, at least 2 times. A better handle if you're going to be in this position handling the basketball.
Sorry, Max. Jalen's got 4 turnovers. He's made 4 shots, and he has 4 turnovers in his 19 minutes tonight. And the Thunder have come out strong here. They are 4 of 5 to begin the quarter. Going right to Holmgren after Holmgren got destroyed by Porzingis in the first half.
And that's the sound of a good team to me. Go right back at the guy. If you have a star player on your team, you make sure he goes back at the other guy who's been destroying him.
All right, out of the timeout. Celtics keep the starting lineup on the floor. Jason Tatum hands to Drew Holiday. Back to Tatum in the corner against Lou Dort. Here comes the double team. Kick out Holiday. Left-hand dribble drive in the paint. Going to throw to the corner. Jalen open three. Nope. Rebound offensively. Drew Holiday. Kick out. Tatum will reset it straight away against Dort. Tatum dribbling between his legs. Starts his drive down the left side. Spins. Kick out of the wing. Jalen. There's 4 on the shot clock. Got to drive this time off balance. Finger roll left hand. No good. Great defense from the Thunder on that possession.
Taylor just can't do anything with that left hand of his.
OKC can make it a 2-possession game now early in the third. Oh, they just walked back into this game. Holmgren picks up his dribble. Has to get rid of it. Does on the handoff. And the quick three is in the air. Bouncing out. Off the fingertips of Wiles. Holiday. Great hustle to beat Dort to the loose ball. Holiday to the front court. Quick pull up for three. He circles the rim, and the rim spits it out into the hands of Holmgren. As bad as OKC has been shooting a three, Celtics are down to 7 of 24. The only way to beat Boston pretty much this year is to hold them to a low number from the three-point line. Stop and start by Holmgren, and Porzingis reaches out and commits the foul about 20 feet from the basket.
Bringing Al back in this game. Peyton Pritchard, who's been the energizer in tonight's game. Brown struggling a little bit right now with that hand of his.
Interesting. Yeah, Porzingis is going to come out here. Really early exit for Porzingis. 3:29 to the third. Holmgren. Push pass. Dort, three. Rims out. Rebound. Derek White deflects it into the hands of Holiday. What if the Thunder were having a decent night shooting a three? They'd be well up in this game, but they're 3 of 18. Holiday. Bumping Wallace. Gets a screen from Al Horford, turns the corner with that right-hand dribble, skip pass into the right corner. Pritchard up, fakes the three. Left-hand dribble drive in the paint. Giddey won't take the pump fake, so the kick out. Al Horford. Horford in the paint, muscles it up from 8 feet away, and it bounces in. Really good defense here for the Thunder. Celtics were fortunate to score.
Al say got hit in the face then as he released that basketball.
Boston by 9, 7:52 to go in the third. Really good answer from OKC here. Holmgren down the right side. Tatum holds his ground. Holmgren steps through, and this time Tatum has to reach out and commit the foul. And now Holmgren really starting to assert himself.
It just went right to the body. As you said, extended the arm, knocked Tatum back, and then comes back, and then goes to his left. Look at that off arm. I mean, he extended it, then goes right into the arms of Tatum. This is what good players do. They take a challenge, and they probably took him back to the locker room and said, dude, you're getting destroyed right now. What you going to do in the second half?
Free throw miss, though, for Holmgren.
I remember seeing him in high school, and just long, lanky, had so many tools, got hurt early on, and has a lot of stuff he can do. I'm not sure if he's a center, though, in this league.
What's going on with Jabari Walker tonight in Charlotte? Has 19 rebounds in the fourth quarter. We're going to see the Blazers here on Sunday. Holmgren gets 1 of 2, 67-59. Well, the Blazer Hornets rock fight, 81 apiece with 2 minutes to go. Pritchard straight away. Tatum comes out, sets the high screen. Puts Dort on Pritchard. Tatum wants it. Ball goes there at the free throw line. He's going to turn, drive, finger roll. No good. Offensive rebound. Tatum gets his hand on it. Second time tonight. He has tapped in his own miss. Tatum's up to 13. Celtics by 10. Wiggins switches to the left hand. Moves it on the inside to Holmgren, who slides by Pritchard and slams it home with 2 hands. Boy, big third quarter here for Chet Holmgren. He was 2 for 10 in the first half. He's 3 for 4. 7 points already in the third. 69-61. Boston by 8. Pritchard picks up his dribble, moves to Tatum, top of the circle. Same matchup here. Bumps his man. Wiggins, a step back 18-footer swish.
That's a great slipping shot there. That time just kind of knocked this guy away with the body.
Tatum up to 15. It's actually Jalen that came out here. Dort gets in deep. Pump fake, step through on Derek White. And what are we calling here? He scored off the glass. The Celtics bench wanted an offensive foul, but it's going to be a defensive foul and a chance for a three-point play for Lou Dort.
They want to travel.
Yeah.
You can look and see his feet as he just went tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Telling Porzingis right now to go sit back down as he's almost on the floor. Well, he's right.
So the technical call the other day on.
That was bogus.
Trae Young for being on the floor when he's in street clothes. Three-point play for Dort. Boston lead again, down to 7. 71-64. as close as the Thunder have been since late in the first quarter. Drew Holiday. Right-hand dribble, spins on Giddey, gets in deep under the basket, shuttles it out to Pritchard, moves it out of the wing for Horford's three, which rocks home.
What a luxury it is for a small guy that shoots you a qualified shooter like that.
Celtics just 32% from three, but they have a 10-point lead. Holmgren. Well, Wallace, who jumps, gets blocked from behind, out of bounds. Horford and Holiday were both there. Thunder will keep it with 12 to shoot.
The thing, if I was teaching a basketball player some stuff, it would be the hustle and the second effort that you see from a guy like Holiday. Holiday got beat cleanly. The defender put that ball to the backside, was able to just knock it away.
Under out of bounds, diving in and getting fouled at the rim was Wallace. Ran a nice play on that under out of bounds.
They've been doing the same thing where Pritchard is supposed to be protecting the interior pass. But what he did, he protected the outside pass and gave a lane to a offensive player coming towards the rim.
Celtics just got up to 32% from three. They are 54-5. 32% is not a good shooting night from three. But the Celtics, if they get there, they're 54-5. 5-11 when they don't get there. Wallace knocks down both free throws. Margin is 8 right now, 74-66. Big third quarter for the Thunder. But they've only been able to shave 6 points off the deficit. They are getting to the free throw line, though. Holiday turns the corner. Shovels it with the left hand out to Tatum. Straight away, 10 on the shot clock. Tatum against Giddey. Tatum, 2 dribbles with the left hand to 17 feet. Jumper sails too strong. Rebound, Holmgren pulls it away from Horford. 11 points, 6 rebounds now for Holmgren. He's on the move. Into the front court. Leans into Horford. He's off balance. Throws it back out on the wing. Wiggins, great bounce entry. Caught by Dort, who scores off the window. You see, it was Wallace on the entry, and Dort now cuts it to 6. 2-possession game for the first time since late in the first quarter. 74-68. Pritchard. Moving to his left. Floats it to Horford. He's open. Straight away three. Swish.
What a difference maker he is.
Back-to-back threes by Al Horford. He's got 16 off the Celtics bench. 9-point margin and a foul here away from the ball. Dort got tripped up. Horford and Tatum were both there. Foul is on Tatum. It's his second.
Team limit.
With 5:10 to go in the quarter, the Thunder already 6 of 7 from the line. This will be their 8th and 9th free throw attempts of the quarter, and they're going to get more with 5:10 to go. Thunder 21 of 39 inside the three-point line. 3 of 18 from 3. First free throw is good.
It's a powerful looking play. Dort, he gets on the inside, man. And he's not the most reliable three-point threat, but he's a guy who's an attacker, who gets to the rim and stretches you out, hits you with the body.
Free throw's good, and from the line, the Thunder just walking back into this game. They've cut it to 7, 77-70 with 5:04 to go in the third. We got 13 more free throw attempts than the Celtics here. Pritchard down the right side into the paint, throws the bounce pass out to Holiday. Help fakes on Giddey. Now he'll take it. No good, and the rebound belongs to Jalen Williams. And a chance for the Thunder to make it a 2-possession game. Giddey takes the handoff back from Jalen Williams. Races down the left side. This time Horford has the spot, so Giddey. Little handoff underneath. Isaiah Joe is tripped. And they're calling another foul against the Celtics, so more free throws.
See what this wide open look that they have? And all he did, Joe came in and stepped on Horford's foot. That's what happened.
This will be the 22nd and 23rd free throw attempts for the Thunder tonight. Half of them coming in this third quarter.
You said, and the Thunder, what they're just nickel and diamond, and what they've done, they've taken the crowd out of this game too by slowing the pace down.
And they've shaved 9 points off the 14-point halftime lead for the Celtics, and We're almost brand new here, 77-72. Celtics by 5, 4:35 to go in the third. They've taken the air out of the ball is what they've done. Al Horford or Jason Tatum at the free throw line. Tatum spins into traffic, gets muscled and fouled. Third team foul on the Thunder, and Tatum will get free throws here. Celtics have attempted 8 free throws tonight. The Thunder 23.
Look for the contact, look for the harm, look for the foul. And if one team takes the air out of the basketball, sometimes you take it out and get to the rim. I always said this thing that Sam Cassell says to Tatum over and over again. If your 3 isn't working like that, take a 2. See the ball go in the basket, and then it becomes a lot bigger after you knock down a shot.
16th point for Tatum as he hits the first free throw. He now at this moment is 78 points away from 2,000. It's just a matter of how many games he plays the rest of the way. I'll make it 77 as he gets the second free throw. It would be 3 years in a row with 2,000 points. 79-72. Boston by 7.
Yeah, foul.
Wallace, cross-court pass deflected off Isaiah Joe. Pritchard has the steal. Pritchard shovel pass for Tatum. Extra pass into the corner. Hauser 3. Got it. Big swing. Whew.
That hurts you. You turn the basketball over and immediately, OKC calls the timeout.
Just the 7th turnover of the night, but that's a big one. 5-point swing, and the Celtics push the lead back to 10. 4:08 to go. Third quarter at the Garden. Boston 82, OKC 72 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Marshall Building and Remodeling, we care about your home because we care about the life you live in it. Why do we do what we do? It's simple. The people. We've raised the standard for what you can expect during a roofing, siding, and window project because you deserve more. More communication, more options, more time spent on the important things in life instead of worrying about home maintenance. So when it comes to your next roofing, siding, or window project, expect more. Get more with Marshall. Call today or visit marshallbr.com to schedule your free estimate.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
BackstageCountry.com, your online home for all things country music. Like most fans of country music, we're excited to learn that Luke Combs was back in the studio working on his next album. We've come up with our list of iconic Luke Combs music videos. Yes, Lovin' On You made the cut. Text Luke to 45911 to see if your favorite made the list on BackstageCountry.com. Text Luke to 45911 and we'll send the link straight to your phone.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Celtic fans can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go. Proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics, who have a 10-point lead, 82-72. With 4:08 to go in the third. Celtics have led most of the night. Pulled away late in the first quarter. Got the lead up to 16. But the Thunder walking them down here in the third quarter behind Holmgren and a bunch of free throws. They got it to down to 5, but now a little 5-0 run for the Celtics has it at 82-72 as the Thunder come out of the timeout with 4:05 to go in the third.
OKC only has 3 fouls.
Giddey. Entry. Wiggins to the corner. Kenrich Williams open for 3, and he knocks it down. The Thunder have been just 3 of 18 from distance until that one. 82-75. And we're Thunder playing without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams tonight. Down the right side, Tatum pump fake, draws contact, shot is in the air. It's going to be short, but Tatum doing what Sam Cassell told him to do.
Got his man in the popcorn popper and then release the ball. He jumps up. You're on the ground. You jump into the body. You shoot a couple of free throws. Very simple game. I just love that move. That was one of my favorite moves.
What was the favorite thing you heard the official say?
If it goes. Love that line. If it goes. I mean, I got a chance to get a three-point play. Let me say it how I'm supposed to. The old-fashioned way. I earned it.
You can tell the kids about 3 to make 2. The old and oldie days. Tatum gets the free throws. 84-75. Tatum's up to 19. He and Porzingis. Game high scores. Giddey has 17 for OKC. And Giddey is on a move here. Running into Pritchard. Bounce pass lead for Isaiah Joe. Crazy scoop shot. No good. But Sam Hauser, who's been so good this year, when guys try to take him one-on-one, they're beating Hauser backdoor now to get these looks at the rim, and a lot of them are resulting in these free throws.
And what he's done is you can see that a guy like Joe is so quick. You're trying to stay with him. You're trying to anticipate where he goes, but you don't have the foot speed to go along with him as he knocks down the first 2 free throws.
Thunder have 11 points from the free throw line in this quarter. Celtics have 12 for the game. Giddey comes out. Lou Dort returns. It's not been a great night for the law firm of Derek White and Jaylen Brown. They are 4 of 16 and combined for 10 points. That's going to have to turn around late. Here's a missed free throw, but the Celtics drop the rebound. Out of bounds. Porzingis and Tatum got crisscrossed.
Now, they've been running this out-of-bounds play. We'll see if the Celtics are able to stop this because they've been getting a layup almost every time.
Kick out. This time Pritchard deflects it and has the steal. Pritchard saw it coming for Isaiah Joe. He goes the distance and then throws it out of the wing for Hauser's long 2, which is no good. Porzingis deflects the rebound into the corner. Tatum's got it. Pritchard had 2 men on him under the basket, so he found the open shooter. Tatum forces the 3. It is good. Front iron. Kiss off the window and right back down the middle for Jason Tatum. He gets a leprechaun bounce, and the Celtics lead by 11.
That's stuck to the back of the rim.
Lou Dort, pump fake. Porzingis doesn't go for it. Out it comes to Wallace. Wallace switches to the left hand. Stumbles in on Hauser, forces it up, no good. Porzingis takes the rim away. Good defense from Hauser, and here come the Celtics the other way. Wiggins wanted a foul call on that one. Pritchard drives. Dort hammers on the ball. Pritchard hangs on to it, throws it out of the wing. Porzingis up fakes the 3 on Holmgren, 9 on the shot clock. Porzingis turns, steps through on Holmgren, scores off the glass.
That's amazing footwork for a big elephant.
Too much firepower. Thunder really had this game played at the pace they wanted. Now the Celtics suddenly lead by 13 again. 89-76. Dort down the right side. Pump fake on Jaylen Brown. Shot no good, but they're calling a foul on Jaylen. And Dort will get the 14th and 15th free throws of the quarter for OKC.
Well, Jaylen Brown had his hands down. He went right into those hands and gets a couple of free throws. That's why the Celtics aren't making that argument. Lou Dort reminds me of like a little pit bull, man. Just solid.
The Celtics give up 17.5 free throw attempts per game, which is one of the league-leading numbers, so they don't allow a lot of free throws. And tonight, against a team that gives up 17.5 a game, the Thunder 14 free throws in this 3rd quarter alone. And by the way, there's 2:25 left in that thing.
Punctuation of the punctuation.
That's why they love being those documentary shoots. You speak dramatically. And then he made break.
And then it happened.
89-78. Boston by 11. 2:16 to go in the 3rd. Pritchard moves to Porzingis right side. Holding it over his head. Return to Pritchard straight away. He's going to take the 3 over Dort. Circles the rim, and the rim says nope. And it rolls off into the hands of Holmgren. 89-78. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Right now, if you're syncing up with TV, ball shoveled out to Isaiah Joe. His 3 is online and good. Now the Thunder starting to knock some of these down. Boston lead is down to 8, 89-81.
He has been so good tonight, Joe.
He's good most nights. 13 for Isaiah Joe. 89-81. Jaylen Brown, the entry to Porzingis at the elbow against Dort. Porzingis, one dribble, spins, 10-footer, good. So easy, every time.
And then what he did, he waited for the defense to clear, gave him separation, a chance to dance out there.
34-10 for Porzingis in January against OKC, 23-10 tonight. Gordon Hayward, straight away, moves left side, Kendrick Williams, goes right by Porzingis, reverses it up and in. Porzingis tried to slide his feet, but he started way too late. 8-point game, 91-83, a 36-point quarter for OKC. 10 of 15 from the floor, 13 of 15 from the line. Jaylen Brown, dribbling off his own foot, out of bounds. 5th turnover of the night for Jaylen Brown. And the Thunder again can make it a 2-possession game. Really difficult quarter here for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward, offensive end, dribbling between his legs against Sam Hauser. Spins inside the free throw line to the dotted line floater, no good, and Hauser grabs the rebound. Once upon a time.
That might have been a dunk.
But not tonight. Celtics can go back up by 10 here with 41 seconds to go in the third.
That was a big miss.
Tatum deep on the left side against Isaiah Joe. Dribbling between his legs, throws a shoulder into him, spins into a double team, so he's going to kick out, fielded by Pritchard. Shuttle pass, Hauser, 3, no good, back iron, rebound. Thunder have it, Isaiah Joe. 4-second differential on the 2 clocks. Isaiah Joe going to drive, hangs in the air, hand off underneath. Holmgren, couple of pump fakes. Porzingis won't go for it, has to be 3 seconds. They call it, and the Celtics will get the final shot of the quarter.
Man, that's a wasted opportunity there. You got all the way to the hole, you got in, you almost had an opportunity to lay that basketball in, but you held it, you held it, you held it, you held it, and finally 3 seconds gets called on you. Those are just costly, along with these turnovers that Brown keeps making.
Pritchard walks it through the logo at center court.
Double team.
Bounce past Porzingis. They want to run some clock here. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Porzingis going to hand it to Tatum. Tatum bumped and fouled, and the Thunder did not have a foul to give. Bad foul by Dort with 6.4 to go.
Well, he was trying to keep the ball away from Tatum. Jumped the passing lane, but Tatum went through to get the basketball and eliminated the defender from running through the passing lane.
And we talk about the math all the time, but here's a chance to do it in real time, and Mark Dagnall's going to challenge. I'm not sure about, I mean, the only thing is, was Dort pushed into him?
Yeah.
That's what they're challenging here with 6.4 to go. And this is why that's significant and a big challenge, because in the NBA right now, you hold teams to a point or 1.1 points per possession. You're doing well.
On the floor is a defensive foul on Dort. Oklahoma City is challenging the rule.
1.2 points is too many to give up. You foul an 80% free throw shooter, and the math isn't hard to figure out. That's 1.6 points you're going to get on the possession. You're going to get if you get 2 free throws. So you don't want to put Tatum at the line when your Celtics were at 30 feet from the basket. I don't know if this one's going to get overturned.
It's going to be hard to overturn it because Porzingis is saying he's moving and he hit Dort when he's trying to go through with the hand, but not enough to clip him to make him change directions. I don't see this call being changed.
Lakers win in Washington, and everyone is saying, oh, Golden State and the Lakers are going to play. Right now, that's the 44th win for the Lakers. They're only a game behind Sacramento and Phoenix to move up out of the 10-9 into the 7-8. And by the way, the Lakers, as crazy as this sounds, the Lakers begin the night. They're only 2.5 games out of 5th in the West. So the Lakers still have hopes of moving out of the play-in. Golden State does not.
Well, this is the Lakers have had some real stinkers this year, and I think if they don't move up, it'll be because of these games they should have won.
Minnesota trying to stay in first in the West. They got a 21-point lead on Toronto. No one's paying any attention. I get it, but the Raptors about to lose their 14th consecutive game here. Here's the call.
After review, the contact by Porzingis to Dort was deemed marginal, and the contact by Dort to Tatum stands as a defensive foul. It's an unsuccessful challenge.
So Mark Dagnall loses the timeout and the challenge, and Tatum will get free throws here. Just, it wasn't enough contact from Porzingis to overrule that call.
Well, what they were looking for, did he go and hit him with the body and then propelled him into Jason Tatum, and he didn't. He just kind of brushed him.
A game that matters to Celtic fans. You may not think it. The Nets now lead the Pacers 95-92. Will the Pacers fall back into the play-in and keep them alive as a possible first-round opponent for the Celtics as Tatum gets the first free throw, putting Boston up by 9 here with 6.4 to go in the third? Could Philadelphia or Miami move out of the play-in into that 6th spot and drop Indiana into the play-in? There's a big game coming up Sunday as Miami's going to play at Indiana. Tatum gets the free throws. He's up to 24 for the game. Celtics by 10, final 5 seconds. Gordon Hayward, hand to Giddey. He's on the move, driving on Jaylen Brown. Crazy runner is no good, and that's how the third quarter will come to an end. Good job by Jaylen not to foul there. So the Thunder do what they need to do to climb back in the game. They shoot it well, and they procession to the free throw line, and they cut the deficit down. Celtics led by 7 at the end of one, by 14 at halftime. They're up by 10 now as we make the turn for home. Boston 12 minutes away, perhaps, from clinching the best record in the NBA. They lead the Thunder 93-83. Fourth quarter next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. You also added Cox Mobile so you can save on your Cox Internet. So smart. Cox postpaid internet required. Prices exclude taxes, device activation, and other fees and charges, which are subject to change. Other terms and conditions apply. Learn more at cox.com/.
98.5, the Sports Hub app.
To the fourth quarter we go in front of a sellout crowd, hoping to see some history at the Garden. 19,156 on hand. A sellout streak continues to try to see the Celtics end the run and clinch the best record in the NBA for the first time in 16 years. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd and excitement at a future Celtics game by ordering your tickets on Ticketmaster.com. Celtics, nice symmetry to these final 7 games. A 3-game Western Conference homestand against Oklahoma City, Sacramento, and Portland. A single game at Milwaukee, which a lot of people are excited about. Not sure on one of them. And then the 3-game conference homestand with New York. That's going to be a great game. Charlotte and Washington to end the regular season. I'm beginning to wonder how many guys are going to travel to that game in Milwaukee next week. It seems like the perfect opportunity to not show Milwaukee anything.
Possibility is there.
Celtics will have the starting lineup on the floor with the exception of Horford and for Tatum. As we begin the fourth quarter, Celtics leading by 10. White and Brown have combined for just 10 points tonight on 4 of 16 shooting. Derek White, left-hand dribble against Isaiah Joe. Kick to the far wing. Holiday touches it out to Jaylen Brown. Straightaway 3 switch. His first of the night.
Ready to shoot that basketball as soon as it came back around to him.
29 points shy of 10,000 for his career. He can do that on Friday night. Gordon Hayward for Isaiah Joe. Over the shoulder pass, Kenrich Williams. Williams for Wallace. The rookie steps back into a 19-footer and hits it over Derek White.
That was a great-looking shot thing. Just knocked him away with a little step back.
10 points, 5 assists for Wallace. 96-85. Boston by 11. Holiday moving to his right. Away from the ball. Looks like they got Holmgren for pushing Porzingis. First foul on Holmgren, which tells you how dominant Porzingis has been. Holmgren hasn't even been able to foul him.
As you said, normally you get in a situation where you can foul a guy, pick up a couple of fouls just by mistake, and he hasn't.
Porzingis struggling to get the ball in. Just does in the nick of time to Al Horford on the far side. He finds Derek White driving strong in the baseline, muscles it up, no good. Rebound deflected out of bounds by who? by the Thunder, so the Celtics will get it back with 14 to shoot. What is going on with Derek White tonight?
Derek White was trying to get that contact going back towards the rim.
He's missed all 3 of his shots. Under out of bounds. It's safe to Porzingis. Pump fake on Kenrich Williams. Turns, rises into the contact, and his little fall away 8-footer is good. Every shot he's wanted, he has gotten tonight. Porzingis now 10 of 13. He's got 25 points in 23 minutes. 98-85. Boston by 13. Wallace throws his head back, loses Drew Holiday, and knocks down another 17-footer.
Holiday is kind of... Wallace is holding his mouth like he got hit in the mouth.
Yeah, rookie's been good tonight, 98-87. Sam Presti has found a bunch of them, hasn't he? Here's the entry, Jaylen Brown. Going to work on Wallace, turns, baseline, high arcing, follow away, swish.
That's a crazy shot. I mean, how strong do you have to be to fall away? 8-footer turned into a 15-footer.
4 of 14 in the first 3 quarters. But he's hit his first 2 here. Now he jumps the passing lane in front of Holmgren. Jaylen off to the races, throws it down hard with the right hand. He's got 7 points in 2 minutes to begin the 4th quarter, and the Celtics have pushed the lead back to 15.
Well, you said what was wrong with Brown. All of a sudden, what can Brown do for you?
9:50 to go. Holmgren hounded by Derek White at the elbow. Push pass. Wiggins driving, moves into the corner to Wallace. Pump fake, gets Jaylen up in the air, then falls down but keeps the dribble alive. He's trapped in the corner by Jaylen Brown, and he loses the ball out of bounds. Jaylen just dogged him into that turnover.
Yeah, had no place to go. Jaylen, who was kind of struggling, and now all of a sudden comes up with a couple of nice defensive and offensive plays.
That's what an all-star does, by the way. Bad 3 quarters, but keeps it. Shoulder down, comes at you in the 4th. And Jaylen is the best player on the floor here in this quarter. Celtics by 15. Jaylen backs it out against Holmgren. He's on the prowl, switches to the left hand, in the paint, over the shoulder pass. Holiday, open corner, 3, got it.
And you said Brown being a facilitator now. This time to get over, get a nice 3. Moving the basketball around, starting to do all those little things to help his team win the basketball game.
Jaylen all over the 7-0 run, and the Celtics in the blink of an eye have their largest lead of the night. 9:12 to go. Boston 105, OKC 87 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
When your celebration of life is prepaid today, your family is protected tomorrow. With us, you'll find patience, compassion, and attention to detail that is second to none. We're your local Dignity Memorial provider. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
The games play here.
Right Pasternak steers it to the left corner. Krejci's got it. Right circle, Pasternak fires, he scores! David Pasternak! Jones under center. A give to Stevenson. Runs it through the right side. Go! Goal. Bounces outside 20. Goodbye to the 10, to the 5. End zone bound. Patriots take the lead. Touchdown, New England.
Bang, bang, 2.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
That's what the Celtics have done all year long. You think you're playing with them and staying with them stride for stride, as the Thunder did the entire second half. They cut the Boston lead down to 5 on a couple of occasions, but Jaylen Brown, it's his game to take over here in the 4th quarter. He's up to 15 points now after a 4-14 start. He's hit all 3 of his shots, assisted on the 3 there by Drew Holiday, and the Celtics very suddenly had their largest lead of the night, up by 18 with 9:12 to go.
Well, made the moves, done they've done all the right things defensively, and then they've tightened it up and they've gotten the ball to Brown. Brown, like he's stretching that back a little bit. You know, we talked to him before after the game in New Orleans, said his back was there. Oh, my man Mike Bivens is there.
I mean, Zion left a mark. And Jalen was great in that game, but he paid a physical price for it.
Zion would leave a mark on anybody.
Really interesting. They didn't play well. They got beat by Phoenix in the next game. Devin Booker went crazy. He's just been so up and down. Those Western Conference playoffs are going to be wild. The Thunder try to figure out where they're going to land. Down by 18 now with 9 minutes to go. Jalen Williams whips the bounce entry. Scoop shot up and good. Scored, and the foul for Aaron Wiggins. Got Derek White up in the air.
White kind of looks around like he jumped straight up in the air here.
He did, but he was inside the restricted area.
He slammed the basketball down. I'm surprised they didn't pick up a technical then.
Hard to win in the NBA when the other team has gotten 14 more free throws, which the Thunder have. 3-point play. Celtics lead by 15, 105-90. Clock rolling with 8:53 to go. You know the stakes in this one. Celtics in search of their 60th win, and tonight, if they get it, they will clinch the best record in the NBA at home court throughout the playoff. Jaylen Brown over the shoulder pass. Horford steps the entry where Porzingis just touches it out to Derek White for three. It took Derek White all night to make a shot, but when he did, it was something special. Attacking, driving, and missing the layup after getting to the rim was Wallace. Celtics looking for another 20-point lead. Jalen trying to give it to him, and he does with a three from the left side. That's how fast the Celtics can knock you out.
It's crazy. All of a sudden he was doing much of nothing, and then boom.
Giddey for Kenrich Williams. Push pass back to Aaron Wiggins. Wiggins zips the entry to Williams. He gets behind Porzingis, but not far enough. Porzingis blocks the shot from behind. Loose ball, though, chased down at half court by the Thunder. Giddey, a bowling ball bounce entry, gets it back, lines up a three. It is no good. Rebound Porzingis, his 11th. Holiday to lead for Al Horford. Now Derek White in the corner against Giddey. Takes the handoff back from Al Horford. Turns the corner. Gets to the right elbow. Doesn't want to shoot. Throws the bounce pass to Horford. Entry Porzingis touches it back to Horford. His three, though, is way off. And the rebound for Giddey. Whenever you give up a good shot, you know you're not going to score. Cross-court pass from Giddey. Deflected by Porzingis out of bounds. Thunder will keep it.
Just thinking how this offense just picks his points that it wants to go. See a guy like, you can see that Tatum comes out, then Brown takes over, becomes a facilitator.
Jalen Williams going to hand off to Giddey. 9 of the shot clock. Derek White in front of him. Giddey spins, exposes the ball, and Derek White strips him. Celtics running. Lob. Porzingis, two-hand slam. Good night. Thanks for coming. They did not have an answer for Porzingis all night. 27 points in 27 minutes, and the Celtics lead by 23. They're on their feet at the Garden. Another historic night in a Rembrandt of a regular season that the Celtics have painted.
Wiggins gets by him again, but man, just threw that ball at the top of the rim, and Porzingis just runs like a reindeer. Goes in to flush that basketball down.
Celtics have 31 points here in the last 9 minutes. Crossover, and Wallace left his feet and landed again without anybody to pass to. Traveling in. Think of how well the Thunder played for so long in this game to scratch and claw back in it. And they look up, and it felt like in the blink of an eye, they worked and worked and worked and pushed that rock up the hill to get within 5, and now they're down by 23. Jaylen Brown slowly to his left. He's been great in the fourth quarter. Al Horford for Derek White. How about a corner three? How about yes? It is an 18-3 Boston run, and has turned this into a laugher. 116-90. Kenrich Williams. For Wiggins, misses the layup. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Jalen, offensive end, hounded by Kenrich Williams, spins on him, gets to the elbow, zips it down low to Holiday for the easy layup. It's a 28-point game. Mark Daigneault calls timeout, but he might as well turn his king over right now and surrender.
Brown, incredible in this particular quarter. You talk about him early on, what he wasn't doing, and then all of a sudden, Jaylen Brown turns it on, man, knocking down shots, setting up people, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and did a lot of that really in the second half.
6:06 to go. Boston 118, OKC 90 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
When your celebration of life is prepaid in advance, it becomes a gift from you to your family later, because no one should have to plan for a loss while they're experiencing one. Paying in advance protects your loved ones and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're your local Dignity Memorial provider. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
This was a 5-point game fairly late in the third quarter, and now the Celtics lead by 28. 118-90 with 6:06 to go. This following the familiar pattern of the team on the second night of the back-to-back. They played a tough game in Philadelphia last night, and they gutted this thing out. They pulled their way to the free throw line, and through mere attrition got back in the game in the third quarter, but they have not been able to hold on to the rope, and Mark Daigneault going to empty the bench. The former Celtic Mike Muscala is going to enter the game.
I wonder where Jason Tatum has been over there talking to his son. He's all the way on the other side of the floor.
Tatum out of the game. Brown, Porzingis, White, Holiday, and Pritchard. Midway through the fourth.
Scala.
So the Celtics end up with another 30-point lead. Turn to the corner, getting in deep is Wiggins. Pritchard dogging him, so the kick out. Waters launches a three. Tough shot. He rocks it home.
You must have some fun when you think about these guys playing in practice. Young basketball players love to go at each other, and their best player, their best two players right now, are on the bench.
Drew Holiday. Dangerous pass cross court, picked off. Holiday turns it over. Kenrich Williams goes in and lays it in with the left hand. So 5 quick points for the Thunder out of the timeout. Cuts the deficit to 23 here, 118-95. Jaylen Brown dribbling into the paint, throws to the right corner. Or Peyton Pritchard three, no good. And the rebound for Muscala. He was a good citizen last year. Good pickup for the Celtics. Wiggins driving, trying to flush it on Porzingis. He got met at the rim and rejected. Whew. Holiday for Jaylen Brown. How about a good night three? You bet. Jaylen Brown, 4 for 14 in the first 3 quarters, 5 for 5 here in the fourth. Now he, Tatum, and Porzingis with 20-point nights. Celtics lead 121-95. Kenrich Williams, 3. No good. Rebound. Jaylen Brown.
Heat check.
Yep, it's in the air. And the heat's off. And the rim's out.
You see that coming down. Set the defender up and Grant to step back on him.
Jaylen Brown 19 points away from 10,000. Should get it. Friday night here against Sacramento. But we got to say, if he plays to all these games now, Mike Muscala spins in the paint and scores quickly off the window. Derek White not happy he gave up that one. 121-97. Margin is 24. Drew Holiday letting some clock run as he's walking the dog. Gordon Hayward finally has to go challenge. Derek White. Watched by Muscala. Cross-court. Jaylen Brown with 8 on the shot clock. Jaylen pushes off Kenrich Williams. Jumps into him. And almost banked the shot home. He'll get some free throws here.
How strong do you have to be for that to make that move? Get the man up in the air and still jump through him and almost make that basket.
So everybody get your scorecards out. Take the point away from Waters. So now it is 121-96. Let's all be on the same page here, people. This will be, if you're wondering, the 19th time the Celtics have had the best record in the NBA, but it's just the second time since 1986. And that, of course, was 2008. Jaylen misses the first free throw.
Shea Gilgeous.
Maybe he is the MVP.
Man, but they play hard. They played hard without him. But, man, what he brings to the table is he is a bona fide superstar in this league.
Jaylen getting 3 free throws here. Second one is good. And Joe Mazzulla will call off the dogs here. Drew Holiday is going to come out. Tatum's night is done with 24 points. Third free throw bounces in. He gets 2 of 3. Margin right now is 27, 123-96.
Intentional foul.
Yeah, to get Jaylen out of the game. Jaylen Brown gets the ovation, well deserved. And it is a night for celebration and appreciation for what this team has accomplished. Attacking Gordon Hayward. It might have been. He misses from the baseline. Pritchard galloping into the front court. Pritchard at the mid-block over the shoulder pass. Mihalik moves into the corner. Hauser up, fakes on Waters, steps to 12 feet. His baseline jumper is high archer, and it is true. And the Celtics have a chance to take that 30-point lead.
Them things on the move like that.
Boulder of a 3, and the Celtics have the rebound. And they're going to add this to the list as well. Peyton Pritchard, stop and start. Tiptoes the baseline against Waters. Pump fake, throws out to Luke Cornett. And they'll return it to Mihalik with 10 on the shot clock. Mihalik stumbles in the paint. Jump pass for Hauser, 5 on the shot clock. Hauser falls away at 14. Got it.
Point it on.
Driving, running layup, no good. Cornett the rebound. Pritchard lays it up. Ball knocked away from him out of bounds.
Pritchard trying to pick up that foul. Accelerated, jump right to the defenders.
so many ridiculous stats. Hauser runs to the corner. Over the shoulder pass for Luke Cornett. 12 on the shot clock. Pritchard comes to get it. Pritchard drives. Pump fake. Lobs it for Cornett and puts it off the window and in.
Being guarded by a smaller guy, identified, made the correct read.
It's a 33-point game. It's back Biombo with a little left-hand jump hook. Ends the latest run. 129-98 here in the final 2 minutes. Of all the crazy stats, you know this one might be my favorite because I've never seen anything like it. Pritchard from the elbow, his jumper is true. 131-98. The Celtics now have taken 2 more 30-point leads than they have had 10-point deficits. That is unprecedented. Ball slapped away, turnover by the Thunder. Here comes O'Shea Brissett into the front court, and he gets fouled by Waters. Brissett will get free throws here with 1:20 to go.
Just waited for his man to put his hands down, went right to the body then. I didn't think it would be this easy. Well,
it wasn't for a while.
For a while it wasn't. OKC played well enough to stay in this game, but without their superstar, it was only a matter of time. That shows you a difference between Boston and Philly. Philly last night struggled to win that game, whereas Boston, and with the same 2 guys out, essentially annihilate this team late in the basketball game.
Celtics have outscored OKC 40-15 here in the fourth quarter. Boston already the #1 fourth quarter team in the NBA. We're at 133-98. Waters against Mihalik. That Biombo screen. Waters drives, floats and scores with that right hand, and the Thunder get to 100. The Celtics broke that tape a long time ago. 133-100 is the Boston lead as we enter the final minute. 60-16. Pritchard drives, switches to the left hand and scores. A 42-point quarter. A 74-point second half for the Celtics against the #4 defensive team in the league. How many memorable nights are there going to be in this painting the Celtics have been working on all 82 games? Hayward missed the corner 3, or Muscala misses the corner 3. And it was Hayward. It's so weird to see him wearing number 33. Celtics will not shoot here with 20 seconds to go. They'll take the shot clock violation. And everybody in the building rises to their feet, not just for tonight, not just for this week, but for a masterpiece of a regular season that the Celtics have created, one that is going to live for a very, very long time. This isn't the last time you're going to hear 2008 referenced. But for the first time since that magical spring, the Boston Celtics have clinched the best record in the NBA. It is win number 60, and they do it in knockout fashion as they have done all year long. The best team in the NBA crosses the finish line first. The final score, Boston 135, OKC 100. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. You also added Cox Mobile so you can save on your Cox Internet. So smart. Cox postpaid internet required. Prices exclude taxes, device activation, and other fees and charges, which are subject to change. Other terms and conditions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
At UMass Memorial Health, you can be a
nurse,
mental health clinician,
medical assistant,
but you can also be a
after-hours musician,
family chef,
t-ball coach.
That's because we hire you, all of you, and treat you like a person, not a position, with great pay and excellent benefits like retirement savings plans and tuition assistance. Come be you at UMass Memorial Health. Explore all we offer at wehireyou.org.
But I would imagine you, of all people, can have appreciation for what you have accomplished to this point with not just 60 wins, but wrapping up the best record in the league for the first time since you faced the Celtics as a rookie in 2008.
That's pretty special. We obviously, you said it, the expectations are big for the postseason, but we're taking it in right now, this moment, and it's a pretty big deal. It's not easy to do this and to do what we've done, being consistent all season, and it's paid off for us.
One thing you see is that even when you guys struggle or you have a player who struggles like Jaylen Brown did for the first half, man, in that third quarter, in the fourth quarter, he just turned it on.
Whatever was going on with him, he was able to overcome it in the second half, did a much better job. And in the meantime, we needed different guys to step up, and I thought Peyton was great off the bench tonight. He continues to bring that energy, that edge, and it's pretty good.
Peyton, to me, and maybe you can correct me here, but he seems like your child on Kool-Aid, drinking pure Kool-Aid. I mean, there was one point he was just flying. He was nonstop.
Yeah, no question about it. His energy is contagious. When he plays at that level, he puts our team in a different place, and I feel like he's starting to figure it out. It's hard. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of adjusting, but he's understanding with his energy what he can bring to our group and what he does to our team.
All right, my friend. Rough night weather-wise outside, but in here it's just been a Shangri-La. It's been perfect all year. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you.
Al Horford joining us outside the Celtics locker room following a 135-100 thumping. It was actually a 5-point game late in the third quarter and a 10-point game as we began the fourth. And the Celtics just, again, once they put their foot to the pedal, and they just are gone, baby, gone. They do it again tonight, making 17 more threes, pulling away late, and the story and the headline of the night is pretty simple. 60 wins, and for symmetry, the 60th win is the one that clinches the best record in the NBA. We'll talk about it more. We'll wrap it up and about what is to be left to accomplish for this team. Spoiler alert, staying healthy over the final 6 games of the year as we wrap it up from the Garden next to the bed at MGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
What a beautiful day in nature. Take it from a little bug like me. Nothing makes you feel more alive. Oh, whoa, I almost got frogged. That was a close call. But boy, do I feel capital A alive. Luckily for you humans, Nature's Way put that thrilling feeling of aliveness in a bottle. Nature's Way Alive Women's Multivitamin Gummies with 16 vitamins and minerals. Delicious multivitamins inspired by nature. Whoa, better luck next time, pal. Nature's Way.
No tienes que esperar a que te paguen para finalmente invitar a tus papás a comer. Solo te tiene que salir una oferta de sus favoritos en el McDonald's app. Ahorra con el app. Para pa pa pa. En McDonald's participantes.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Tip the entry to Smart. No look, bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They are Brogdon across half court. And fans headed for the exits. Tatum, pull up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? They still got 29. Tatum to the right. pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated, right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline, turns, fades, got it!
This is the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub. The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
The Celtics, for the first time in 16 years, have wrapped up the NBA's best record. They'll have home court throughout the playoffs. And they blow out the Thunder 135-100. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
WFM Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Rams, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5, the Sports Hub. A Paisley Media Group station.
Giddy spins, exposes the ball, and Derek White strips it. Celtics running, lob, Porzingis, two-hand slam. Good night, thanks for coming. They did not have an answer for Porzingis all night. 27 points in 27 minutes, and the Celtics lead by 23. They're on their feet at the Garden, another historic night in a Rembrandt of a regular season that the Celtics have painted. Hardest working player brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools, built to keep workers in the zone and off the bench. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Really a team award tonight. You can say Porzingis worked hard, but so many of these shots, and he has to work physically, but man, just towering over smaller guys trying to guard him. He goes 11 of 14, 27 points in 31 minutes. He destroyed the Thunder in both games this year. Celtics pull away late. They win it big by a final of 135-100, and the playoffs are going to be, as I just said to Al Horford, what the playoffs are going to be. I truly and sincerely hope that Celtic fans for the next couple of weeks can enjoy what has happened here and this accomplishment as the Celtics have put forth, quite simply, one of the greatest regular seasons in the history of the game.
They played well. I mean, I don't think anybody can argue that point at all. I think that, you know, when you the thing that happens is you have set a level for the Celtics, and that level right now, people are looking and they're just giddy right now to where they're playing and what they're doing.
Celtics now scoring differential wise to move to 11.6 for the year. 11.6. And when the Celtics in the 2008 championship year, 16 years ago, the last time they had the best record of the NBA, needed the final night of the season to clinch the double-digit scoring differential of just over 10 a game. It's just insane the way the Celtics are beating teams up and beating good teams up. And I know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't play tonight. It obviously showed this is a great team. I think OKC is going to do damage in the playoffs. I know they're young. I know they haven't been there before. But, you know, eventually things change. Youth gets served. And this OKC, Minnesota, Denver trio atop the Western Conference, this is serious competition. The Western Conference playoffs are going to be insane. But for these next couple of weeks, you got to enjoy the view from the top of the mountain, because years like this don't just happen.
No, they don't happen. I mean, you have to relish in the fact that, you know, you've played well and you've done all these things. So, you know, get ready. And I think that the beauty of this to me is just how this coach is going to handle, you know, the rest of the year, considering team games you're going to have to play. Really interesting to see what happens if, you know, how you're going to go playing against, say, Milwaukee when you go out there. What kind of crowd or what players are going out there?
And, you know, what would you do here? Obviously, the key is for the Celtics to stay healthy. And here's the other thing to keep in mind. The other wild card is that in the olden days that we were used to, you'd play your last game on Wednesday night. You could be playing a playoff game at noon on Saturday. Now, because of the play-in tournament, the Celtics will have a week off between the regular season and their first playoff game. So you don't want to take it too easy over the final 6 games. You want to spot guys. You don't want to get too rusty. You want to stay in basketball shape. So these are different things you have to manage here as these final 6 games are going to unfold.
Yeah, that's the thing about the beauty of the game and the game within the game. Especially when you're one of the top teams, of just what you need to do, how you need to maintain focus. That's going to be the key to this. And this time, the way the Celtics have played and what they've done, they've been extremely good. Now the focus part and getting ready for that second half of the season is going to be the key.
One of the teams that's been up and down. Had a great year last year, but Sacramento, so tough with De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis having an all-NBA caliber year, and they, unlike the Celtics, who are now locked into the #1 overall seed, some of these teams here are going to be scratching and clawing for playoff position. Sacramento is one of them.
Well, Sacramento has some players, and there are a lot of things they're able to do. So the likelihood that they're going to come in here and lay down will be not, because Sabonis plays lights out. He plays hard all the time. De'Aaron Fox plays hard all the time. And it'd be nice for them to come in here and say, look, you get a win in Boston.
7 o'clock start on the network. Then at 7:30, Celtics try and sweep the season series from the Sacramento Kings. Another historic night unfolds in front of us here at the Garden. Celtics beat the Thunder 135-100. We'll talk a lot more about it on Friday night. In the meantime, we'll talk to Joe Murray.
All right, guys, thanks again. Celtics clinch everything tonight. And home court, we'll talk about it coming up next. I'm Joe Murray here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
Honey, I can't believe how easy BJ's Wholesale Club makes it to qualify to save 50 cents a gallon on gas. All we have to do is buy weekly groceries.
Or we could buy a grill.
Or a patio set.
Or a TV.
There's so many great ways to qualify.
How about a pallet of turkey jerky?
Do that, and you'll qualify for sleeping in the garage.
Just brainstorming on.
Save 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas on a same-day fill-up when you first spend $150 in one qualifying transaction through April 28th. Visit bjs.com/gas promo for details. Not a member? Join today. BJ's. Absurdly simple savings.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Gravely's Mow the Distance sales event is back. Now through Monday, you can save up to 25% with special financing available on America's most rugged mowers, including the Gravely ZT HD. It's the residential mower built to commercial standards with the power, durability, and high performance Gravely is known for. With a Gravely, you can count on more comfort, more speed, and more precision. But hurry, these special Mow the Distance savings are only available through Monday and only at your authorized Gravely dealer.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
Hey guys, don't take my word that Blue Chew can get things going in the bedroom. Take hers. And hers. And hers.
Oh, yeah.
Go to BlueChew.com right now and meet online with a licensed medical provider. If you qualify, Blue Chew will give you a free month's supply of chewables with the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis for just $5 shipping. Visit BlueChew.com and use the promo code YES for this amazing deal. Got it? Get it. BlueChew.com, promo code YES.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Celtics looking for another 20-point lead. Jalen trying to give it to him, and he does with a three from the left side. That's how fast the Celtics can knock you out.
It's crazy. All of a sudden he was doing much of nothing, and then boom.
Oh, they led by 12 and then did a bunch of nothing. And then boom, 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 boom. Celtics win tonight. Everybody's happy on their way home tonight. They clinched the best record in the NBA and also clinched home court advantage all throughout the play. Celtics win 135-100. We'll talk to you guys coming up because now what's going to happen with the team with everything happening? I mean, now if they clinched everything, they might as well sit most of the guys. Maybe Tatum takes some time off. But Friday night, they play in Sacramento. We have all your coverage here, right here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network. I'm Joe Murray. Again, Celtics winners tonight, 135-100, led by Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis. And yes, they did beat an Oklahoma City Thunder team tonight without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And a nice little Chet Holmgren, Kristaps Porzingis, welcome to the league night. That's the way I felt for one, Chet. So the Celtics get their 60th win of the season. Best record in the NBA, 7 games better than the Denver Nuggets, of course, the defending champions from a year ago. Stay tuned on our flagship station, 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'll be joined by Cerrone Battle. We'll give our reactions to the Celtics win tonight and look ahead to the playoffs. And anybody concerned with Jaylen Brown's hand? Certainly didn't look like it at the end of the game there, but we will get into it. So again, come on over to 98.5 The Sports Hub. For James Scaramazino, Howie Sylvester over at the Garden, I'm Joe Murray. We'll talk to you guys Friday night when the Celtics take on Sacramento right here on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly.
Jaylen Brown, 3 in the air for the game. Got it! He got it! Tatum, right corner against Embiid. Tatum for a 50-piece on Game 7, 50 for Jason Tatum.
The Celtics are brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, Clinton Savings Bank, Catcher's Law, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Bosch Tools, Ticketmaster, and by Hub International New England.
They come from 16 down and get a buzzer-beating fall away from Al Horford. Tatum spins, lays it up and in to beat the buzzer. The Celtics have won the ball game at the buzzer.
And by Town Fair Tire, Cambridge Savings Bank, Wendy's, Jack's Abbey Brewing, The Commuter Rail, UMass Lowell, your New England Honda dealers, East Coast Metal Roofing, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
A road win in Game 7 that sends the Boston Celtics home to the NBA Finals. The Celtics are Eastern Conference champions.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
WBCFM 81 bus from the Town Fair Tire Studio, the home of the Bruins, Patriots, Revs, and Celtics.
Come on, Maxey, step back, 3 is good.
Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
Celtics will not shoot here with 20 seconds to go. They'll take the shot clock violation. And everybody in the building rises to their feet, not just for tonight, not just for this week, but for a masterpiece of a regular season that the Celtics have created, one that is going to live for a very, very long time. This isn't the last time you're going to hear 2008 referenced. But for the first time since that magical spring, the Boston Celtics have clinched the best record in the NBA. It is win number 60, and they do it in knockout fashion as they have done all year long. The best team in the NBA crosses the finish line first. The final score, Boston 135, OKC 100.
Celtics winners! And they now have 60 wins on the season and have clinched home court advantage and the best record in the NBA. An easy one tonight, you know. Got a little close and then, they pulled it away. So if you want to jump aboard, we're here until midnight tonight. We're stretching our legs out, you know. Feel free to call in at 617-779-0985. We're joined by Cerrone Battle. Cerrone, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm great. I like how you do that. I ask you how you're doing. You ask me how I'm doing, and then boom, we just get right into it. But you know, one thing I wanted to just bring up real quick was Jaylen Brown tonight. Forget about the fourth quarter for a second, okay?
Yeah.
I thought there might have been something with his hand. I went and told Skaz in the back. I go, man, this might be a big topic for tonight. You know, that's just Jaylen Brown hand thing, man. And I remember last year he was watering plants, which I still don't buy yet. I'm still sniffing that one out from a year ago, but his hand hurt. And I saw him. We saw it the other night. He did a dunk or something, and he hurt his hand. So I was concerned about that, but then the fourth quarter happened. So I ask you, did the fourth quarter change your mind that there might be a hand injury with Jaylen Brown?
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, it did. I mean, it looked like something was bothering him early in the game. You know, he was, I want to say not engaged. He was struggling a little bit, and he hit the floor a lot in the last game they played. But, you know, like you said, once he got the steal and the dunk, and then all of a sudden the three started dropping, it was like, what hand? You know, it was similar almost a year ago to the day when the whole hand thing last year. But then he came out with his hand wrapped up against Atlanta and lit them up with his hand wrapped. And then after that series, it was, well, maybe there's still something with his hand. It's funny how that works. But I think he had a good fourth quarter, and it killed like you said, the momentum was building about that being a major topic going into the final stretch of the season. But I think the fourth quarter saved them from answering questions about his hand going forward.
Yeah, I feel the same way as you on that one. I was hoping for a storyline or something to look into. And while we're on it, you know, Jason Tatum last year, back-to-back seasons, I should say, has opted not to have surgery on his wrist. At the beginning of this year, he got the cortisone shot. I don't think it's affected him at all personally. But but at some point he's going to have to need surgery on that wrist. So I see one guy's got a hand, the other's got a wrist. It's just something that concerns me because they have 60 wins now, home court, best record, and now with but 5 games to go or whatever, they can really rest their guys and be ready to go for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to go out there and kill yourselves now. You've secured it. Anybody you play in the West got to come through the Garden. And last few years, those teams out West haven't been great, dominant road teams. So, I mean, that's a huge advantage for you, especially coming as far east as Boston. But I think that's a huge advantage. You wanted to lock that up. And now for all the guys that have hit their 65 game, threshold or whatever, it's time to put those guys in bubble wrap and sit them down. Or Porzingis, he's already, I think, missed too many. But after the way he played tonight, I thought he was magnificent, considering that, they were missing Shea and Williams. But Chet was still out there, but Porzingis kind of destroyed him most of the night. And I love their willingness to go to him in the post over and over again. They couldn't stop it. But I would take him and put him in bubble wrap too until, last couple games to kind of get him loose and get him ready for the postseason. But I wouldn't force anybody out there if you don't have to.
All right, you're coming home from the game tonight. You want to talk about the Celtics and your expectations for the playoffs. And who do you want to see in the playoffs as well? The phone number is 617-779-0985. One takeaway from me tonight, Cerrone, is Kristaps Porzingis had a matchup with Chet Holmgren. Chet is an outstanding player. Clearly, we've seen his ability. Mm-hmm. But watching Kristaps Porzingis, I don't know if he was motivated tonight, but early on, he went 7 of 10 from the field at 17 points in the first half and then pulled away in the second half, went 11 of 15 overall from the field, 27 points, 12 rebounds. I felt like it was a welcome to the NBA Chet Holmgren game for Kristaps Porzingis tonight.
Yeah, you saw the difference between being a young player with all the oohs and ahs, dribble moves and all that stuff versus a seasoned veteran that's just going to outsmart you. He knew where to get. His footwork was there. He was getting in position. He was taking advantage of Chet trying to be aggressive. All the guys trying to be aggressive. Him automatically switching and leaving smaller guys on Porzingis. And every time he did that, it was like Shaq always says, it's barbecue chicken. And he took full advantage of it. And I love the fact that once they started collapsing and adjusted to it, you saw a couple like touch passes from Porzingis that led to open threes and open layups and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that's going to win them games in the playoffs, is going down low and then getting the threes and getting the layups and stuff off of that. And they destroyed OKC with that. And to me, that's a good sign, because those back end defenders of OKC were still there. Those were their key guys that were out there tonight. They were missing the guys up top, but the guys down low are part of the reason why that team is going to win, 50 plus games or whatever it is. So it was good to see them take advantage of that, and a good sign for Porzingis. And yep, put him on bubble wrap. I don't want to see him no more. I'm still worried about this dude getting hurt. So just put him away, put him on the shelf until the playoffs.
Oh yeah. And again, we've all made the comment that he is the Celtics version of Rob Gronkowski. He's very important to their success. Mm-hmm. And I completely agree with you. At the rest of this way, you should not see Kristaps Porzingis. We've talked about the bench this year. I mean, we've been doing postgame now for the whole season almost. I mean, here we are towards the end of the year. But the bench was something at times we have been critical about. But I don't know, man. Second half of this year, I've been truly impressed. And tonight, I know later on in the game they let some other guys play, but their rotation in the first half was really Horford, Hauser, and Pritchard. Pritchard and Horford had a big night. 16 points, and Pritchard did his thing. And you saw Hauser get going a little bit in the second half there. But do you think 8 guys is where they go when we start thinking playoff rotations? And I mean, is Tillman your 9th guy? And you think that's what they're going to roll with early on?
I think it's going to be 9, but I think it'll be more Cornette.
Okay.
I think Cornette's going to get more of those minutes. I think he's played pretty good ball this year when he's been out there. And I think, against matchups where you play, we'll put it like this. I think Tillman against kind of smaller teams, because he can stretch the floor kind of guy. But against, let's say you play an Embiid or somebody like that, you need more guys to just waste fouls and just be bigger than Embiid. And I think Cornette would be more in that role. But I mentioned before, I've been real critical of Mazzulla, but you got to give him credit the way he's flipped and turned the weakness of theirs in the beginning of the season into a strength. And the Celtics bench is a legit strength. I mean, You've seen Hauser go for 20 plus. You've seen Pritchard go for 20 plus. Horford go for 20 plus. There's not a lot of benches in the NBA that on any given night can have 8 guys that are capable of giving you 20 plus points and having big nights from behind the arc or in the paint. And they're one of those teams. I mean, you've seen Cornette get you double doubles. There's nobody that can match that depth. And I think that's a real strength of this. And a part of it is too, like I think tonight, I think I see some stats going around that the Celtics have the most, 25 plus point wins in NBA history in the season with like 16.
Wow.
There you go. 20-point win, excuse me. When you win that many games, have that many blowouts, the bench plays more late in games. So with the bench getting a lot of reps and a lot of run, you get this late in the season, they know their role. They know what it's supposed to be like a starting unit, and it makes them pretty dangerous. So shouts out to Missoula and them building big enough leads to where the bench can come in and get a lot of burn, and you see the benefit of that.
Well, I think in tonight's game, they got a boost from Horford and Pritchard in the first half. They went on an 11-0 run. Mm-hmm. And Pritchard had 8 assists tonight, which was outstanding. But they were also a part of the run in the second half, and then Jaylen Brown kind of took it off in the fourth quarter. But, people always talk about, you might not see those guys when it matters. This team this year, I'm glad you mentioned Cornette's name because I said Tillman, but I do think that, Cornette's a part of what they do. He's a big that goes out there. They respect him. He's a teammate. Like, he can pass the ball. He can clean up. He does everything you ask. And I do think that this year's team, although he may not be the most skilled guy, it works for them. It's part of what they do. It's their system. No doubt. And I think it's what works, and it helped them go on sparks tonight, too.
Yeah, the Warriors, one of those championships, they had, Pachulia starting at center. One of those dominant teams in NBA history. You had this guy in the middle because it worked for them. You've seen many teams. I don't care if it's Bill Winnington or Luke Longley. You've always seen teams have a guy like that, but he's part of their chemistry. He knows where to be. They know where he's going to be. He rotates on defense. You can't teach size. You can't coach it. He knows how to be big. Everyone in the country knows about the Cornette contest. And you see other guys even trying to do it now. He knows how to be a disruptor defensively, and he finishes really well around the basket, and he knows his role. He's never going to do anything to put you in trouble. And a lot of teams would win if they just had a guy like that who's willing to just sacrifice and just be a body out there. And Cornette has been huge for them. But all of them, Hauser he's a weapon now. He's like Duncan Robinson in Miami. You have to fear him when he's on the court. And because you're so worried about him, that's how Cornette gets going. That's how Pritchard gets layups. They all feed off each other. And the thing is, when you get in the playoffs, you're not going to see Horford taking a night off or Porzingis taking a night off or anything like that. So you're going to see rotations where Cornette's going to be on the court with the starters. He's going to be out there next to Porzingis. He's going to be out there next to Horford. So they're going to have 4 guys now with Tillman to rotate so they can have double bigs at all times. And that's going to make them really difficult to score on in playoff games. They already don't foul a lot. They're pretty good at keeping teams off the line. And that's a dangerous team. And Cornette, like you said, he's a huge part of what they do.
One final one before we hit the break here. And again, if you want to call in, 617-779-0985. We're here till midnight. We're going to talk about everything. I got a lot of things I wanted to ask you, Cerrone, besides hoops. But Gordon Hayward, remember that guy?
Oh, man.
What happened, dude? He's done.
Yeah, I don't know if it's him or the team. I just figured when they got him, I said, that's a good pickup for them. I figured the kid was going to be getting good minutes. I mean, they've been winning. So, I mean, it's hard to break up their rotation, what they've been doing. But like a game like tonight, you figured he'd get 25 minutes, and he's just there collecting a check. And he was more aggressive than this when he was in Charlotte. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's one of those don't want to be here thing, but you're on a team that's second, third in the Western Conference. They're having a good season. All the spotlight's going to be on them. So they're going to be counting on him at key times to make shots or to make a play for them getting in the playoffs. I hope he can do it. I was a fan of Gordon Hayward. I just think the timing of when he was here just didn't line up. Young team, and he was asking him to be the leader. But I thought he'd be a good addition to the Thunder, and it's not looking like it right now. Maybe he didn't want to be there. I don't know, but it's just not a good look for him.
When you look at them tonight, do you say, wow, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really is like, an MVP with what he's playing? I know he's got good players around.